Hi, I'm Jamie, and welcome to Sci-Fi-Vision for May 18th. And Karen and AJ are here. Hello. Karen is
Hola.
an icon here.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm here.
Welcome,
What's
welcome.
that picture?
Thank
Wrong picture.
Whoop. Yeah, you got an icon. I don't know. But thank you if you're, there we go. Thank you if you are joining us. Tonight is our review edition of our show.
Yay! AJ is back. Sorry.
He's back. No, that's great.
Everybody's very excited in the chat.
Here. All good. We're all here. But tonight's our review. Don't forget to like the video, hype it if you can, and subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision. And on June 3rd, my brain with my dates are almost up. On June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, don't forget we have Liz Saunders coming, who plays Donna. She'll be here live, and you can ask her your questions in the chat. And then also this Wednesday, we'll be speaking to Viggo Hanvelt, who played young Jade in this episode, our surprise guest that I announced yesterday. I don't think AJ even knew who it was yet.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was about to say, oh, that's who we're talking to.
Yeah, because you hadn't seen it. You know, it's spoiled, so I didn't tell you. But that is going to be.
It's funny. I was going to text you yesterday after I watched the episode, and I forgot.
That's okay. But it is going to be pre-recorded, but you can send us any questions for him in Discord under the submit questions part of the From channel. And we will ask them to him, and then that will go up sometime later this week. And then, yeah, the boy in blue, right? And then later tonight, we have a cameo with Hannah Cheramy that was anonymously donated, which is awesome. And we still have 5 more talisman to give away from West of Westeros. So, yeah, lots of stuff tonight. So just stay tuned, and we'll get to that in a bit. We're going to start for a little bit, and then we'll decide on the hashtag and go from there. But welcome, everybody. Well, hi, guys.
All right.
Now everybody's quiet. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Kimberly. I saw you did. What did you guys think of the episode?
Holy crap.
Good episode, isn't it?
It was very, very go, 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 go. I actually yelled when the Scarecrow started choking Donna. Actually, even before that, like the Scarecrow shows up behind Donna, and I went, no!
We were so worried for her with all the comments she made before, and it made it sound like something was going to happen. So, yeah, I was worried too. What about you, Karen?
Yeah, I thought it was good. You know, we got some. I mean, we're starting to get some answers. I mean, we got some answers. We got like, okay, we found out what's in the lake. That question just came up last week and was answered right away. Thank you, From. If we're going to be getting new questions this late in the series, it's nice for them to not last long. And we're getting closer to some real answers about some of the big questions. So that was great. It was go. It was action-packed. It was a little, almost everybody was in it. Not everybody. Sarah wasn't in it, right? But but people who were in it were actually doing stuff, right? Like as it was go. It was good. I thought it was good. I thought I have almost nothing to complain about, which is unusual for me, right?
Yeah. Well, we did get some questions actually answered too, though. I mean, we know now, well, confirmed, I should say. We know now, that those other versions are actually Jade, which is pretty important. And then also, of course, the fact that apparently Sarah was right, and nightmares do come to life there. At least at the lake. I don't know if they come to the town or not, but they at least do there. So I think those are kind of like big things. I really liked it. I know Anon did not, but everybody else, which is okay. But pretty much everybody else I've seen really seems to like it. Yes, they should have put everybody in it. Look, they got a big cast, so big ensemble. You can't always fit everybody.
It's actually funny to comment about Acosta, because when they were in the basement, I immediately said, where's Acosta? She's supposed to be inventorying all this stuff. Of course, then we find out why Acosta wasn't in the basement, because they weren't really in the basement.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, it worked out. Did you think that he was really there? We had talked about
at first, until, I started getting suspicious when Acosta wasn't there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know when I hadn't really thought about when I picked up on it, to be honest, but I think they did a good job though, the way they did it, and I liked it.
Hey, Fletcher, is 8.5 your personal rating, or is that a rating from like Rotten to
I think that's
IMDb
his
or
personal
Rotten Tomatoes? Your personal, his personal.
I'm guessing it's
rating.
his personal rating, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was really good. A lot happened, and it feels like the story really is moving towards, an end game, I guess, eventually. But yeah, I really like this. This is one of my favorite ones, and I think it was really good.
Yeah, Kimberly thinks it was really good. Fletcher thinks it was the best episode of the show so far. Definitely, that's a strong endorsement. I'm not sure I had.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd say best out of all of them, but I'd say probably best out of this season. So
Anon gave it a 1.2. Not happy with this episode.
No, Anon is definitely not happy.
Yeah. So really? I guess we can. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Not everybody's happy with everything, right? So that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the best episode of this season. I don't know, it's the best episode ever.
I was gonna say West of Westeros for 9.9. So yeah, a lot of people, most people I've heard liked it. Most people, not everybody, most people. I don't think it's the best episode.
I don't really know what you mean.
Got a rating. Okay, it doesn't mean his that alone.
Who's rated? Who gave it 8.5?
I don't know.
Where's
I'm not sure
what MGM.
I know it did get a good rating though. On
I don't know how rating systems work anymore with streaming networks, so.
No, I didn't.
I mean,
I would like to actually hear more from Anon. I would like to hear more in the chat from Anon to know why he didn't like it.
Why? I mean, I did think those scarecrows were kind of dumb. Like when we were in the watch party, I thought
they were pretty creepy,
and I was like, "What is going on with these?" I'm like, "Yeah," but I'm like, "How is he like rip off someone's jaw with his soft stuffing hands?" And I don't know. They looked kind of. I mean, I didn't.
It was cool.
I care. I didn't. It was a good episode. I didn't love the look and how they did that, but that's okay, right?
I feel like, but it was just in response
to what you're saying.
Sorry, go ahead,
JB. No, go ahead. Go ahead. No,
I was just gonna say, I feel like when I watched it multiple times, I sometimes was like at the point that the dolls were kind of silly a little bit, but I feel like a lot of stuff gets silly after you watch it like over and over again. But I think that, even though it was kind of a crazy idea, I think they pulled it off as best as you can make, life-size killer dolls and make it seem scary. I mean, the first time I watched it, I definitely thought it was creepy. By the fourth time, I maybe not as creepy, but it was at the beginning, and I liked it.
Jamie, nobody should watch any show as much as you watch.
Well, because of the watch party, I end up watching it all the time. We watch it 2 times at the watch party, so I've seen it quite a few times. But yeah, it's different. It was something different, and I appreciate that, even if it was a little. At times was a little, but yeah, it was creepy. I don't know. I thought it was creepy.
Was I told that those scarecrows were in the trailer?
They were in the original trailer at the beginning of the season, but you hadn't seen it. So
some of you guys have been waiting for them, whereas AJ and I were totally virgins on that, right?
Yeah. I know you guys haven't watched any at all. And that's the other thing I should say, guys. I know that the trailer for episode 6 is already out, but a lot of people, including Karen and AJ here, don't want to know what happens in the trailer. So we request that you keep it out of the chat for now. You can talk about it in Discord in our spoiler section, though. But that way we can hopefully keep everybody surprised that doesn't want to know about it.
All right, let's start reviewing.
Okay.
All right. I'll hit these. We'll come back to some of these.
Okay.
I'm watching the chat. We'll come back to you guys like we try to.
Okay. Yeah, we try to, especially with this one, go a little bit more. All right. Hey, Liz. Whoops, let me double check something and then I'm okay, that's what I thought. Lola Lozado, however I say your name. You need to message me in Discord if you want to get your talisman keychain. We need to get this first batch sent out, and we need your address. You're the last person, so make sure you send that to either me or Dieter, please. All right. Well, I think it's so funny. I mentioned this, but I didn't tell you guys. They have a promotional picture of this, and they must have just not edited it. And it's got like what looks like a little boat and like dinghies and stuff in the water because they didn't take the stuff out. I thought that, I don't know. To me, I thought it was funny that they actually released it. But anyway, they're at the settlement, and Roger has pulled the rope and pulled something up, and they're not sure what to do about it. It's funny to me because Roger's the one that was the idiot that pulled it up. And then he doesn't want them to bring it in and like doesn't help them at all. He just stands there and like lets them do it all by themselves after he's the one that caused it, which is
Do you
like
really
awful.
think he was an idiot? Do you really think he was an idiot for doing that? I mean, he saw it and was like, hey, look at this, and started pulling it. I don't know if I would say in retrospect, it was
fair.
a deal. But
I feel like on a creepy place like that, though, I find a rope, I don't know, I would just automatically pull it. But I don't know. My point is he didn't ask anybody. He just did it. And then whenever they're like, well, we got to see what this is, he's suddenly like, well, no, I don't know. and doesn't even help them. He's like, we gotta, whatever he says, like they got to make a choice together. But yet he didn't help. I don't know. I just thought it was funny the way they did it. But yeah, it's kind of like maybe in a place like this, don't just pull things like that. Roger didn't want to pull.
Well, I mean, that's instinctual. That's, like, hey, what's this? Yoink.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he probably didn't know it went all the way to the lake when he first grabbed it, right?
Yeah. No, I know he didn't do it intentionally. I'm just thought it was kind of funny that he was the one that did it, and then he doesn't even help them after he tells them they should all make a decision together. He just stands there like a lump and does nothing. So
Flick says, to be fair, he told Donna they shouldn't pull a rope they found in the nightmarish lake. I mean,
after he pulled it.
After he pulled it.
I mean, I could see him being like, no way, I'm not helping you guys pull that, right?
It's after he pulled it. I don't know. It was just, I thought it was kind of funny. I can imagine being the person who pulled that rope and then realized I made a big mistake. Well, you make your mistake, you live with it, I guess. I don't know. I just
not for nothing. At least they knew what they were up against instead of being surprised by them when they showed up later that night. Think about it.
Although, pull it out. I'm assuming though they never would have came out if they had left him at the bottom of the lake. I don't know because we don't know for sure what that knocking was at the settlement, but I'm guessing it wasn't them because they weren't out yet.
And what was the knocking?
from last season, not from now. From
before. No, that's what I'm saying. What was that knocking then? Something else that we haven't been told about yet?
Probably. Yeah, that's kind of what I figure. Yeah. I'm also question, like, can the monsters not come down this area? Did they just not need to? Or would it just have been too much to have dolls and, nightmare creatures running around at the same time? I don't know. But
the monsters, they fuck with the town.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, because if they don't, once they get rid of these dolls, they could, go vacation there for a night, right? Just hang out. I'm sure there's other bad things there, though. I wouldn't be surprised. But they do pull it in, and we get this huge thing, this huge pile of seaweed. And then we have, I did not take a picture close up of the dead bird, but was this weird to you? Because the bird had a broken wing and suddenly it's dead. And I know it was just to show if it was the Lake of Tears or not, but like it didn't really connect unless something happened to it.
No, I did wonder about that. And I started thinking maybe the lake pouring the poisonous lake water on it because it's got fucking scarecrows in it.
Maybe. I don't know. Poor bird. But he buries it.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, maybe. So it had broken wing, but it could have had some other injuries. They're not veterinarians, right? Like, we don't know.
Right.
I mean, it died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think
maybe it didn't work.
Because they were not wrapped up in seaweed or
they're talking about why they didn't sink. I'm gonna hit that with a star.
Okay. But that's Oh no, yeah, because the bird was put in before that. I was gonna say that
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, that bird could have died from shock or whatever, as B says in the chat. Like that bird, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just died.
Maybe that water is deemed poisonous since the bird died. I try to put some night creatures inside that lake. Clear holy water is only for drowning people and pets. Well, they're trying to help it. It didn't work. It didn't work out so well. It didn't work out so well. But he buries it. He took it pretty well though. I was surprised he took it pretty well, which was good. But
well, I mean, he only knew that bird for. I mean, oh, you mean he took it well that it's not the Lake of Tears?
Well, both really. I mean he didn't get upset like I expected.
It could be like the idea that the Lake of Tears was going to bring this bird to life is Ethan's thought.
Yeah.
Ethan came up with that idea based on what Lake of Tears means in the book, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Lake of Tears because you'll cry when the scarecrows come out and kill you.
Maybe.
Well, like I've said before, I don't think the Lake of Tears is an actual lake.
I don't think so either. I think it's maybe going to be more of a metaphor when we get to that. Anyway, they bury the bird. Goodbye, bird.
Yes.
We hardly knew you.
Yeah, we hardly knew you. He asks his mother if everything's going to be okay, and she just says she hopes so. So she's, she's being, I guess, more honest, and not just trying to placate him. I guess that's a good thing. And then we have the story with Jade. So he looks out the window and he sees that sign that I made the animation of there that says "Go this way." Well, the other side says "this way." So he knows he's tripping, and he started his journey. I like though that he just says, "Let's go get weird," and then they go outside. And thus starts the whole hallucination. Now, Karen, you sounded when I talked to you that you didn't dislike it as much as I thought you were going to after the way you complained. You didn't want to see his hallucination for a whole episode.
Well, you know how I feel about hallucination episodes usually, right? I mean, it was done pretty well. And as I was commenting during the show, during the live watch party, if anybody has ever been around people who are tripping, I thought Boyd did a pretty good, his babysitting and frustration that comes through sometimes seemed to me to be pretty accurate and well done. So I thought the hallucinate episode was pretty well done. And it never, one thing that's bad about a lot of shows do hallucination, something happens and then they're like, oops, it was a hallucination. We knew that Jade was trying to hallucinate. He purposely took those mushrooms to, it was all explained, right? It wasn't like a writer's trick. So it made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and his hallucinations weren't, that's a hallucination, none of it happened. It was, this is a hallucination, but it's his memory.
Yeah.
So it may not have happened now, but it's, it was a form to get his memory to come back. Unlike, with Tabitha, shit just comes back to her occasionally. Jade was actively. So yes, it's a hallucination, but a factual hallucination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. We're trying to kind of go in order, guys. We've started a lot of your chat messages so we can move through in order, but we'll get back to a lot of them. I was just reading. Where'd it go? I lost it. B had said, usually a person cannot help a bird with a broken wing, keep a bird with a broken wing alive. That I don't know. Fletcher had said, I wouldn't mind a whole episode of Jade and Boyd's journey. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was pretty good. Even though
I loved it, and I didn't even mind it when I found out that they never actually went anywhere. That it was all in his head, which was fine because it didn't take away from what we learned.
No, it didn't. You're right.
I can see how if you're a person who hates Jade, if you don't like the character of Jade, then having an episode that's 50% devoted to to a character you don't like is definitely going to diminish your enjoyment of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, we all have characters we don't like. And Jade's a divisive character and a divisive person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Miranda's tree LSD trip was similar to the jade mushroom trip?
Possibly.
Possibly, except she went and painted everything, I think was the difference,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think the biggest question, at least to me, is can we trust what he saw? It seems like it is a real memory. I mean, that's how I would take it, but I mean, I don't know that we 100% know that. I don't know. Do you think like
Well, I guess we'll find out when. I guess we'll find out when they go. I mean, we've already all the characters that we've seen him see. We've always suspected that they were his former selves. We knew Christopher was, and we suspected the other ones were. So, I mean, that's just confirmation. And as far as the rest of it, well, I guess we'll find out when they go to the caves to where the kids were sacrificed and see if there's any coffins in there.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. He also, while he's there, sees spiders too, which I could have done without the spiders.
A lot of spiders in this episode.
They did look pretty fake.
Yeah, especially when they were in the skull, they looked really digital, I thought. All right, so they are following that sign. I did think that was a cool way, though, for him to know how to go. I thought that was funny that they did that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And then we have Sophia here, who fake broke her arm, or whatever you want to call it, popped her arm out of place. Yeah. She broke her arm. There's not really a lot to say about that. She's getting her arm.
There's something. Yeah.
Right, let's see. Westwester says, how do they go back and tell Boyd about their Scarecrow episode? Boyd is going to pull Abby. Sorry, he's going to, pull an Abby. Let's hope not. I don't know. Oops.
I don't know. Boyd didn't even blink an eye when he was told that 2 people are reincarnated. So I don't know that anybody.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises Boyd anymore.
Yeah. Well.
I didn't. Fletcher. I didn't see any spiders coming down from any ceilings, so that hasn't happened.
Yeah, when he's in the tunnel, there is. When he starts going into the root cellar,
there's some. Were they? I didn't notice any coming down from the ceiling.
Yeah, I was just gonna say though, I feel like at this point, I don't know why they don't automatically don't believe anything, right? Like if there's giant dolls, okay, like there's too much shit going on, right?
Of course, yeah.
And the point of this though is that Marielle goes to get the brace out of the ambulance, comments on her hair, on Julie's hair, which there wasn't much of Julie and Randall in this episode.
No,
I mean there wasn't much of a lot of people because it was almost exclusively at the settlement.
I keep saying the cast is getting too big, and we need to kill. We need somebody to get killed off. Like, I'm not picking who that should be, but there's too many people. I think
there is too many people. I would agree with that, but I don't want to lose any of them.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, you don't have to agree. I think there are too many people.
You kill some red shirts.
Yeah, well,
they did. They killed Roger.
So we get this thing with Marielle, who is like remembering being in the chamber, whatever you want to call it. What did you guys think about this? Because this to me was kind of like the same thing as the Golem storyline. Like it's the least interesting part of the episode for the most part.
Really?
I don't know. I thought it was. I mean, I enjoyed this. I think like the parts of Sophia listening to everybody fight and causing that chaos, I think is important. But I don't know if this is or not. Like her thing saying that like all the souls are still there trapped or whatever. I feel like that's her interpretation. That didn't really tell us anything. I don't know. A lot of the scenes with her and Christy, I just didn't really, they were like my least favorite parts, I guess. Not that I disliked it, just, if I had to choose out of the episode, I thought it was least favorite.
Well, she's had really zero storylines since she came out of the 3-day cicada coma, right? Like she's done pretty much nothing since then. So she could, I mean, this is why I say there are too many people, right? Like some people don't do anything. I mean, Ellis, what has he done ever, right? I'm not saying I'm not making a hit list, but some of these people are kind of boring. They don't have enough to do.
He helped in this one. That's all I'll say. But actually, it's funny. Somebody posted, I think it was in another group. They posted a list of like the things he's done. He actually has had a good bit of plot in the story. I think it's just maybe that the stuff he's done hasn't been like the most interesting, I guess, at least to me. I don't know. Anon wanted more Julian Randall and loved that dynamic. Fatima in this episode was a waste of time. I honestly agree. I think they could have taken out the stuff, although I want more Kenny. Kenny hasn't been in it enough. But I think they could have taken the Fatima and Kenny stuff out of this episode and put more Julian Randall in if they didn't have time to do both. Because I thought that I was really surprised that we got nothing real. I mean, we got a little bit, but we got hardly anything from Julian Randall, which I would have really liked to have seen.
Now, and I felt like Julian Randall only came into the scene really so that what's her name could listen to them, right? Like their appearance in the scene was in the service of Sophia's creepiness, right? That she's eavesdropping on everyone. Like that Julian, they had like a side conversation that we heard through a piece of glass that was really just for the benefit of Sophia being there, right?
Yeah.
You
want to
I want to hit. Hang on. Well, keep. What am I trying? I'm trying to get at. I have a comment, but that I want to take Fletcher's comment. But go ahead and keep. We have some new ones.
No, I was gonna. He was
come on, Karen. No, but we're not up to that part of the show yet. So I'll answer that question when we get to it. Okay. Okay. Fletcher, I just want to hold it till we get to Tabitha. But we'll come back to it. B says, "Come on, Karen. Ellis drew pictures, picked flowers, and took Fatima to bashing cars. He's been so busy."
AMGM. Anon said Mariel hated Mariel screaming, so annoying, but loved Mariel for putting down the Bible babble, mentioning Julie's haircut.
Yeah, I was so annoyed when I was so annoyed last week when Julie cut her hair. I was like, "Oh man, Julie's no longer got plot armor."
Yeah.
All
right.
Kieran says, I wish there was more to Randall and Mariel's experience. Oh, hear that?
Yeah.
I wish there was more to Randall and Mariel's experience from the cicadas. I feel like all we get from them is their memory of being tortured. Yeah, that's a big unanswered nothing sitting out there, right? That like we don't really know anything about.
Well, we know that Randall keeps seeing the cicadas.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just don't know why. We know why, but we haven't. Yeah, they don't really touch on it.
Yeah.
All right. It's funny though. I was just thinking. It's funny that the ambulance goes by when we're talking about the ambulance.
Oh yeah, she's in the ambulance. Right? Yeah.
The radio.
I was glad she spazzed out though. It's like, okay, we finally get something. The only thing is was it a reaction or is it because Sophia flicked her fingers and was like, go crazy?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Well, she does.
See, what happens in the ambulance just happens. Sophia touches her later, but
Sophia touched her before she went. Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah, but Sophia was but Sophia was she was doing the incantation right before when she was in the ambulance.
You mean when she was getting her arm set?
She was doing but she went out to get some, what's her face? Mariel goes out and Sophia when she left Sophia alone, she's doing some kind of fucking incantation.
Well, Sophia wasn't alone. She was with Christy the whole time.
Yeah, but didn't Christy get up for a minute too? When was she doing the incantation then?
I do not recall her mumbling, AJ, and I've watched it 3 times, but that doesn't mean I didn't miss it.
The only time I remember her actually whispering was when she was whispering when Sarah went downstairs in the other episode. I don't even remember that in this episode. So I don't know. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it. But she does touch her arm later though. But that's a little bit later.
The Screams Mariel. is hearing in the radio ambulance are from the cycle dates that appear in the radio. Yeah, that's a deep, I wonder, so we who are this is like our live stream and other live streams are for those of us who are really into all the details. I wonder if the average viewer has even like noticed that stuff.
Probably not. Remember the average viewers from Lost?
I couldn't get screenshots though of some of the other dates to begin with. And the one looks different to me. So I kind of feel like that's a nothing. Like 1609, yes, but the other ones to me didn't look like those dates. So we did talk about that, but I tend to think that they're maybe not.
All right. Burial space in the ambulance was just bad.
You guys want to stop and do one of the polls, because we got to start telling people to put hashtags in. We haven't done that.
Okay, yeah, do it.
What should we do for the hashtag? We need to pick a hashtag. And then everybody's quiet.
Hashtag Screaming Mariel.
That's an awful lot to type in. I feel like yesterday Fletcher suggested something and we didn't use it, and I can't remember what it was. Do you remember, Fletcher?
How about a good scarecrow? Hashtag scarecrow.
Hashtag AJ's back.
We did scarecrow yesterday. Something from this episode. I don't know. I'm trying to think. We did mushrooms and we did scarecrow. Hi, RC016G. Donna's alive. That's kind of long. Donna's alive. I guess we could do Donna's alive. You just spelled it wrong. That's why. Okay. Yeah. You want to do that? Oh, Avenger Ellis. Which one do you guys want to do? Let's do Donna's alive. And if we switch to another one,
okay.
See, that's 2 words though. It's got to be all lowercase because I don't know if it can screw it up. So we'll do Donna's alive, but do it all lowercase, guys.
1 word.
So I don't know if it otherwise will work for sure. All right. Well, everybody do hashtag Donna's alive in the chat. This is for the first of the 5 more talisman that West of Westeros has given away. We will do the cameo for Hannah, but we'll do that a little bit later in the show, so we get a chance for more people to enter. But we will give away the cameo. But that is that's for later.
Okay.
And guys, right now you can join our Discord as well, so we can get your addresses, but also so you can see all our schedule and join our watch parties and everything. So I had put the link in the chat earlier.
Okay. Hashtag Donna's alive, lowercase a, 1 word Donna's alive for a talisman keychain. Go.
Yes. No, for a talisman, regular talisman.
Oh, a full size.
These ones are from West of Westeros that he's giving. So there's 5 more. He gave away 5 of them yesterday. All righty. Okay, so we see the cauliflower kids, whatever we're calling them at this point. We've given them so many different names. We originally had thought, and I know I thought so too, that they look like I thought like their heads were like melons or something. They kind of look like some kind of weird vegetable. I don't know, but they're not.
I thought they looked like those like dolls that people make in like home ec out of old pantyhose.
Looks like Raggedy Ann and Andy. At least the original form. At least the original form when Tabby was a kid.
Yeah. I was going to say yes, Fletcher. If you guys can all put it in the chat if you want, but if you did win one yesterday, we'll try to give it to new people today to make it a little more fair. Because we did get 5 people yesterday. All right. So yes, they are dolls and they are creepy as hell. I really had thought they were going to and I said this yesterday. I don't know. I seem to be the only one that it I don't want to say bothered by, but something seemed like off or important about it is the fact that they are dressed like people, but I guess it's because they're life size. But I thought there was going to be something creepy, like where they were going to say like, this looks like the clothes such and such wears. And then it was like, cause they could be like huge voodoo dolls or something. Right. Because especially cause Tabby stabs it with the totem. It's kind of like a big pin. I don't know. It made me think of voodoo dolls at any rate, but, yeah, I don't know. It was strange to me the way they were dressed, but nobody else seems bothered by it. So I guess it's just me. But they pull out these creepy ass dolls and are not sure at first what to do with them. Let me see. I lost where I was at here. And this is where Donna says that, she does also rip them open. I think that was very smart because, the way things happen in this town. You never know. So it was good for her to make sure there was nothing else hidden in there. So I appreciated that. But she says that the only reason she could think of that people would put life-size dolls full of stuffing out is because of scarecrows. So could they be put in the water to keep something else down? And then, could there be something else coming? Which I don't know that I've never heard of, water crows, but that's an interesting thought. And I don't know. Did you think something else was there that was like going to come out of the water?
Not after they put the scarecrows back. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Donna's like, I agree with Donna. They're down there for a reason, and let's get them back down there, right? Although Donna was like, are they keeping something worse from coming out? No, Donna, they are the thing that's worse, right?
Yeah, well, ended up they seem to be. Although that's not to say there couldn't be more down there. We don't know. I thought the scarecrows were really way less dumb than I expected them to be, but I didn't think they were dumb at all. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So they were more exciting than you maybe expected them to be. Maybe that's what you mean. I don't know.
No, they were just less dumb.
I do think they were creepy. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Fair. I think what one person thinks is creepy, another person thinks is dumb. We all have different, our own fears and our own reactions to these things.
I think the people that don't think it's creepy are dumb.
Yeah. There you go.
Moving along.
Yeah, moving on. But there could still be more in the water. I kind of like think about the fact that they're now like think they're safe. There could be other things in this settlement, especially because they did hear the knock.
Well, we know there aren't more in the water. We know there aren't because we later saw the 3 dolls thrown into the water, right?
You know what I thought?
There could be something else in the water, like they.
What I thought when you see Tabby's flashback, and they throw you see the dad throwing the dolls in the water.
Not the dad, but
I was like it's all that water. They got bloated and they got bigger.
Yeah, they swelled up.
Yeah, kind of.
So Donna rips them open. They're just full of stuffing, which begs the question: how did they get them in a sink? But whatever.
Well, I think they got tied up under the seed. The seaweed is what had held them down over time.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think that that's what was knocking at the settlement, because I think that they only now came up. I think they were stuck down there, whether it was the seaweed or what it was. They were stuck down there.
And how can you knock if your hand is made of stuffing? You can't make noise.
That's true.
It made noise when it blasted through the wall.
Yeah. Scarlett says, I think those dolls were keeping something more sinister at bay. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I just wonder that like everybody's like, that's it. What if it's something there's like more,
So what if that's it? I mean, maybe the whole point was for us to think there was something more sinister, and it turns out that the scarecrows were the sinister.
No, it could be. I'm just saying I wonder, because they're all like acting like that was all there is. And it just makes me wonder if like something else is going to pop up later.
I think it's all there is. I think
there's 15 episodes left, and I think that's it.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe they had something anchoring them, but they came loose or something. Yes. And let's see. B. Oh, you clicked the same thing. Hi, Antonio Moore said seaweed with rope attached to it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because they were like dead or something. Like, how now like she stabbed it. Like maybe once they're stabbed, they'll sink. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's keep going.
Yeah. All right. All right. So yeah, they decide that they are going to put them back under. So they're going to fill them with rocks, and that's the new plan. And then meanwhile,
I just want to put this up because we were just talking about knocking at the cabin. That's a good thought about maybe Julie could have been knocking. We're looking for Jim. But Julie didn't push Sophia. Sophia jumped into the pool to make what's her name there, Sarah, pour the water back in.
Yeah, I definitely think Sophia jumped into the pool.
Sophia says it was almost like somebody pushed me, right? I think is what she says at the time. Yeah, but I always assume that everything she says is a big fat lie.
Yeah,
absolutely. So,
Yeah.
all right, moving on.
Let's see.
All right. So this is meanwhile back in the acid trip.
Yeah, I was gonna put up. MGM says they banged before because they couldn't break through because they hadn't been loaded with 100 pounds of rocks before. Okay, maybe for loading them up with hard ass rocks, can't break down walls with cotton stuffing. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe the rocks. Maybe that did make it worse. We don't really know. Maybe they were enjoying their time.
So traveling with Jade.
Yes, he's traveling with Jade. Although I do like the idea. I just want to say I do like his idea though about the cabin because it would make sense if she was coming for Jim. She knew he was there. But yeah, we're coming with Jade here. He is taking the mushrooms. He starts hearing his young self playing the violin. And I think this scene's really sad to me when he's explaining this and saying that this isn't what he wanted to remember, that when he was 12, that his grandmother asked him to play the violin and he played, and that she had passed away, and he knew that if he stopped playing, he'd have to accept that, is basically what he says. So he just kept playing and playing all day, not knowing she wasn't really there. So I don't know. I thought that was really sad, but especially because, he's like, I don't want to remember this. This isn't what I asked about. So he's trying to guide the visions by asking for what he wants. He says that he wants to remember something that'll help him get home. And that is when we see.
I feel like that's very Jade-ish to be like, I'm going to be able to control my acid trip and I'm going to be able, right? Like he's having a psychedelic experience that is, of course, guided by his own inner psyche and his own memories and his own, right? Like, and he's actually, we learn later, he's not even experienced, like, the only stimuli he's having is whatever's we learn later, they never left the sheriff's office, right? So I just feel like it's very Jade-ish to be like, oh, my trip is not going the way I instructed it to.
Yeah, it is. It is. But look, it may have went differently if he hadn't drank the blood. We don't know. But then again, it's all in his head, so it's hard to tell. But he sees a colonial man here that says Ankui and tells him to drink the blood. And Jade's like, I don't want to drink the blood. The little kid version of him says, don't drink the blood. And he doesn't listen. He listens to Boyd for some reason. I looked up what he's playing here, and the AI answer was that it's the lullaby, but I didn't think it was the lullaby. I don't think it is the lullaby, B. We were discussing this yesterday because when Jade says to his younger self, he says, why are they playing that? It implies that they're playing something specific. At least it sounds like that's what he meant. Like it was, a specific song, but yeah, I don't know. We couldn't figure it out, but if anybody figures it out, that would be great. Whoops.
Oh, sorry. Let me do it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I still need to put some up. You don't put that many up, so.
No, because they're not relevant to what we're discussing right now.
Okay. So he's trying to decide what to do, and Boyd's telling him, it's not real, just drink it. And he does eventually drink it, and he sees spiders in it, which do look really digital, but pukes him out. And he's like, well, now you're going to get the trip you didn't want. And he talks in French to him through part of it, saying he's going to see what he doesn't want to see. Oh, you know what? You could be right, Fletcher.
Jade lived in France up until he was about 12 years old.
Yes. But I wanted if you don't want me to do it, then bring up Fletcher's comment, because I hadn't thought about that. That might be the whole point.
It was the song Jade played when
yeah.
100%. I thought that was pretty obvious, actually, that he tells a story about playing for his grandmother on the day she died. I assumed what he was playing was whatever he played for her. And he says, I kept playing and playing and playing, right? Like, I agree with Fletcher. I didn't really think that was in question. That doesn't mean that what he was playing couldn't, by some crazy, crazy coincidence, be the same lullaby, the same song that Tabitha knew. But I think it's just not the same piece of music. You'd have to listen to both scenes back to back, but I think it was not the same piece of music.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it in that way. Like, I was more thinking like a specific song, but that would definitely be why they are important.
Yeah.
All right. You're not. I'm like waiting for you to put chat up if you don't want me to touch it, and you're not putting the chat up.
Well, none of these are. I mean,
well, this is about the.
If it was me, I'd hold it. If it was me, I would hold that till Boyd showed up. But yeah.
Okay, well, I thought it was about this. They're different parts of his psyche. Neither of them are actually there. They're just Jade's mind interacting with him.
That's right. That's right. It's all Jade's
Yeah.
mind running the whole show, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, so then let's do it. Boyd seems to be Jade's rational mind, and Kid Jade is his emotional, creative side. So if they're both not there, but Boyd keeps saying, "Come on, pay attention, let's go," right? That's his rational side, like pulling him back.
Yeah. Which
yeah.
I guess technically then he followed his rational side by drinking the blood, right?
See,
I mean, that's kind of what that's saying.
I thought the boy in blue more represented his fear.
Okay,
Maybe.
I can see that too.
Maybe. Yeah.
I can see that too. All right, let's see. We'll wait in about 5 minutes. We'll pull the first talisman, guys. So if you haven't put in yet, Dawn is alive, hashtag Dawn is alive, all lowercase. Do that yet. I know a lot of you haven't, so make sure that you do, and then you'll be entered. Hi, Amy. She's got a different icon. I'm like, that's different. Welcome. Okay. So then we go up to the thing with Fatima and Kenny with the golem, which I don't really, like I said, I don't really feel like the scene was important that much. It's basically just for Kenny to ask her how she feels with being connected to Smiley. And she just says she can't really explain it and that she is worried one time they're going to look, he's going to be looking there and there, you know. Oops. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything to add about that? Because I just don't really feel like we even needed those scenes.
No, I mean, am I going to have to watch her week after week as her lump of clay gets bigger and looks more like a man? Like, get it? Can you, right? Like, come on.
It was funny, actually. Damon said, "Why is it so small?" Because last week he thought that like that first mound of clay was just like one of his feet. He thought it was going to be like this huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Dieter, welcome.
Fatima.
Dieter.
Well, I'm trying to. Fatima, why doesn't that golem even have arms? Sheesh. I can't make it go away. I'm clicking hide, but it won't go away. Can you help me? It won't go away.
You're what?
It won't go away. I'm trying to hide this comment, and I can't get rid of it.
Wow.
All right, so it looks like a Victorian lady. Like, come on. It looks like a Victorian lady with a bustle. It does, doesn't it? It does look like it has a bustle.
Yeah, it kind of does. I see that now that you said that. I see that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dieter, that your cat's missing, but I hope that you find it.
Oh, my battery's going dead.
Yeah, I hope you find it. So yeah. I just don't think that we really needed it. But I guess at least they put more people in. And then we find Henry has been hoarding alcohol, and we kind of obviously that leads to what happened later, you know. So all right, back outside with Christy. She goes to find Marielle because she's not come back in, and she finds her terrified in the ambulance. And she keeps telling her she's fine, but she knows she's lying to her because something's wrong. So she's really worried about her.
She knows she's lying. You mean Marielle knows that Sophia's lying, or who?
No, Christy knows Marielle's lying about being okay. She keeps saying she's okay, and obviously something is completely wrong. So
yeah.
Hey, can we get Christy some magic pixie dust or something to heal her leg? I'm tired of watching her hobble around. I don't know what it is, but it's like
we were talking about that.
I always forget about her leg until I see her like, hold on, wait for me.
Yeah, Ethan healed really quick. She did not. Whether that's important, I don't know. Could just be because he's a kid and kids heal faster. It's hard to tell. But he did heal. And Amy said, I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep doing it. I know you get mad at me, but it's hard not to. Christy walked around like a pirate. She does walk around like a pirate.
She's been injured for a long time, and other people have healed faster. Yeah, I mean, she did have a gruesome injury. But
Yeah,
so did
he
Ethan.
did have a bear trap on her, like, and it really wasn't that long ago. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right. All right. So back to here. They're putting rocks in and they're shoving them back in the water. And this is where Donna realizes that Tabitha's having a memory of something. And she remembers having dolls as a child, but she doesn't yet know exactly what's going on, just that she, let's see, she knows that they're familiar, something about them, but she doesn't know. When Donna says there's something we should be afraid of, she says she doesn't know. She's trying to remember, so it does take her a little bit to remember.
Yeah.
So they shove them back in the water. And then we have continual with Jade and Boyd here. He's asking him what he means by he'll still see things he doesn't want to see. But he doesn't answer him. And Boyd's like, we can go back if it's too much. But he hears the music, so he keeps going and he ignores him. And this is where we end up seeing the Jades at Colony House. They don't really they don't talk about them. Is that the same thing? No, that's something else. Yeah, he just sees them and we know that they're there, and that kind of
I love the big paper mache rock that pins that guy, but like isn't heavy enough to crush the step.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's so funny that they gave him the violin. Like, he's crushed. He doesn't really need a violin, right? But, he's playing his violin, I guess. Look, we kind of all, I think, knew a lot of this. Like, we've thought of it and it's been theorized, but so it more just confirmed it. But to me, that was still something. And also it takes out the idea that, like, the ones without the eye, the colonial man and the soldier, like, people had sometimes wondered if that was Elgin reincarnated because of the eye, but it's not. We know that now. I feel like these people in particular having the missing eye were definitely a red herring. Even if a lot of, things do have to do with their eyes, at least in this point anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So then we go to Henry and Victor. And why don't we stop here a second, though? Let's do one of the...
Okay, but here's the shot. People were commenting that earlier the bottle was like way full, and now the bottle only is like 25% full. And
he drank a lot of it.
I'm impressed Henry is still alive after drinking that much bathtub gin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot to drink. He would have been on his face, I think, if he actually drank it all himself. That's a good point. All
right, do it.
Yes, let's do hold on. I got to do a screen share thing. I meant to have it up. If you have something to say, keep talking while I'm setting it, because I did forget to set it up. That's my fault.
No, go ahead and do it. We can't advance the photo without you.
Okay. All right. If you have not put Donna's Alive, hashtag Donna's Alive in the chat, do it now. We're going to pull the first of 5 of the talisman for this week. And again, these are given by West of Westeros. So thank you for that. And that's enough. I'm waiting. I guess a lot of you, I don't know, not as many people entered as I assumed would. Okay, you ready? Here we go. And do. And if you've won one before, we'll respin if you guys don't mind, so everybody gets a chance. Do. Anon! Congratulations, Anon. You may not have liked the episode, but hopefully you like the talisman. The other thing is you have to be here. Whoops. You do have to be here when we pull these, and you do have to, please, if you guys send your addresses to Discord like today, so we're not like chasing after everybody, okay? Because if we can't get a hold of you, then we'll have to respin. So you're in there now, so I know you're okay, Anon. I just for future spins, just drop your address to me in our Discord, and we will get that off to you. All right. We will pull another one in a bit. I am going to write that down because I'm keeping track of everything, so I do not screw it up. Give me 1 second to put it here. Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. So back to Henry and Victor. I like the stuff with Henry and Victor. I feel like this whole scene, like with the piano, going into the piano and everything. I feel like it was very divisive with people.
What was
those scenes with
like
Henry and Victor
or not?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't think that we needed. I don't know. I remember last night that some people didn't really like this scene. I think it was pretty important. Okay. No, we have it then. Hang on, I'll get it. You had won a keychain last time, so but okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, sorry. Some people were saying
Westeros. This was Westo's favorite part.
Yeah, liked Henry's speech and piano. So I liked it too. I thought it was an emotional scene. I mean, it didn't necessarily move the story along, but it was emotional.
Yeah, but you know what? But if we don't enjoy the characters, then who cares about the story?
Nah, true.
So I think I thought it was a very well done scene.
I do too. Like I said, I agree with you. I just know not everybody did. So.
Well, it's funny, Jamie. I mean, let me see if I can phrase this. I mean, I've heard you say that very thing about certain shows and certain scenes, not just this one. I didn't need to see that. Like something that I like in Daredevil, where at the funeral, like I didn't need to see that, and I was like, really? Because I really like that part. We just all have different parts that we care about, right? Yeah. But I mean, these two are doing such great work. Is one reason why I so enjoyed this, because they're two of the best actors on the show. I mean, especially Scott. What's his last name? Scott McQuarrie, who plays Victor.
Richard Joy, or not Richard Joy, something Joy.
Robert Joy.
Robert Joy. Okay, that isn't right.
Yeah, they're doing great work here. I enjoyed this, and the part where Henry, he still is pretty new in town, and he's just having revelation after revelation, and like all this regret of not being here to support his son. Like he's devastated that his wife died this way when he thought she left him. And then also that his little boy had to see that, right? Like he's having it pretty rough for a guy who's new in town.
He is. Yeah,
he's got. I mean, it's a lot for Henry to take in.
It is stuff. Hey Jen, welcome. Random Mirror says Henry's crash out will probably trigger the townspeople to ask questions. Do you think they'll tell everybody? I feel like they shouldn't tell everybody that. That would be a bad thing to tell everybody.
No, it won't, because the townspeople don't ask questions. And if they do, nobody tells them anything.
That's true.
Yeah. Nobody's going to ask any questions.
Either way, even if they did, I don't think they should tell everybody that people are being eaten.
You know what the funny thing is, though? I did want him to show Kenny the picture.
Yes, I did too. Kenny, yes. Yeah.
And like, if he wasn't so wasted to like say really clearly, like, look, Victor drew this like 30 years ago, and then we just found this guy. Like, they haven't told anyone about Kenny knows, but they're keeping people in the dark in a way that maybe they shouldn't be, right? They aren't telling people about nobody knows they found a suit, and then it terrified Victor so much that he wet himself. So why would anybody hanging out, all these red shirts in the background, one of whom is literally wearing a red shirt? Like, why would they, right?
Yeah. So he's singing "Leaving on Jet Plane." I think I don't know. I enjoyed seeing him singing. I thought it was sweet. And kind of felt bad that he's crashing out, but I get it. He's processing his own grief and trauma about Miranda and pissed that Victor's not screaming it from the rooftops that the man yelled 8 people may or may not be back in town. I feel like if he did that, the whole town would be freaking out. So don't do that, Victor, please. All right. So Kenny tries to get him upstairs. He yells at Kenny. And he does. The part that I think was really sad too, though, is when he yelled at Victor and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I know it's because he's, drunk, but I just thought that part was really sad, especially that part. Not that the rest of it wasn't, but that part especially was sad. All right. So then we're back at the settlement, and Tabitha is starting to remember. So yeah, she's starting to remember something's going on, but still not quite sure yet. Just that it could be something important. And then we have this conversation with Ethan with Donna. I really like this conversation with the two of them. I liked that like she makes him feel safe and that he's close to her. Which I guess is why his mother picked her to ditch the kids with.
Yeah.
And I'm joking. I know. I'm just laughing because I figured.
You're not the only one. Kimberly says, I love Donna and Ethan together. This was like, they are great together. Because Donna's one of those people, I feel like, that she talks to little kids like they're a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like they're a little kid. And that's like one reason why I enjoy them so much.
Might be one of the few times I actually enjoyed Ethan. Most of the time
yeah.
He's very annoying.
You know what? He isn't as bad as he was. He's actually gotten better. For the longest time, I wanted Ethan to die.
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Ethan
was annoying. He's doing a little bit better as he gets older, I guess. I guess we're a little less
annoying. Now he's pretty critical to the story, so okay. But he was pretty annoying in the earlier part of the show. But I'm not a huge fan, and Jamie, we're not necessarily huge fans of kids on shows,
right.
Because sometimes they don't really have a part. He's got a critical part, so
yeah.
No,
and you're right. He does.
Yeah. So all right.
I actually wish that they would have more of him talking to Julie about the story walking. Like, I guess we don't need it because we have Randall right now. But I liked like when she was asking him questions, and now they're like digging through the books, and like he read the books. You could just ask. Like, part of me wants to say that, but I do like the stuff with Randall and Julie, so it doesn't bother me.
I feel like it's like when Ethan is like when Harry and Ron go off and do some stupid shit, and then Julie is Hermione going to the library trying to figure shit out.
True. This is true. Hold on. I want to mark this so I know where I'm at. I keep losing where I'm at in the recap.
In the chat?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sophia is, well, her name's Julia. That's why I said that. Sophia is in the closet listening. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Bill. Listening to their arguments. We also talked about, and so I want your opinion. Do you think that she's even maybe causing the arguments and causing this chaos? Because that's what she wanted to do was, get the town to tear each other apart. So yeah, I don't know. Do you think that she's making them fight? Happy birthday, Debbie. Sorry, had to add that. Go ahead.
So I don't know. I'd like some clarification on what you mean like that. Like, do you mean that she's using superpowers to make them fight, or is she just being a sneaky little lying sneak and like pushing their buttons?
I think it's more pushing their buttons. I think, by having, by touching Marielle's arm and making Marielle freak out like that, showing that there's something wrong, and then they're fighting. She's like, I'm fine. No, you're not. Tell me what's going on. I'm fine. She's pushing the edge to get things going. She was enjoying listening to Randall and Julie.
To answer that, I was going to say maybe both. I mean, I don't know that she's doing some big, huge thing, but I definitely think she's I don't know, maybe causes unease around people.
She's definitely nudging situations.
Yeah, and when she touches her, I definitely think makes her see that when she grabs her arm, because she purposely grabs her arm later.
Although I like what you're saying, Jamie. Like she causes unease. Like, okay, I'm gonna call her, for lack of a better word, like being around an evil presence just like causes unease in all the people that are around her, kind of, right?
Yeah,
like
and it makes them unhappy and fighting, and it's just like chaos. Yeah, not specifically like she's doing something to make them fight, but just making them. Yeah, that's more what I mean, I guess.
Oh, I think she is doing. Yeah, so she is doing something to make them fight, like lying, like Beehive says. Yeah, she's a lying liar. She totally jumped, like saying stuff like, "Oh, it was like somebody pushed me," so they can all wonder if someone pushed her, when she actually jumped, right? Or being like, Kenny told me that it's your fault that you killed people or whatever, right? Like, or whatever she said about Julie, like all this stuff happened when you got here, Julie. Like she's making them fight that way, but not by like being like, oh, let me send vibrations to make you fight, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe a little bit. I feel like she is, but not, like I said, not specifically making them fight, but just like you said, like being around an evil presence makes them uncomfortable, makes them pissy, makes them in a bad mood. I don't know. I just think there's something there that's making it worse.
Yeah,
whether it's specific or not.
Look, there are people in my life that being around them makes me pissy, right? And
all right, that's fair. I can definitely relate to that. Dieter says she's setting everyone up against each other like every cycle, and she sets the people up against Jade and Tabitha. I do think that too, because I think that as we find later, I think that's part of why they're killing the versions.
Well, I don't know if they set up. I don't know if it's against Tabitha, because the boy in blue said, Jade's like, is this what happened when Jade realizes that the townspeople are the ones that has killed all of his versions? He's like, Tabitha too, and the boy in yellow is like, no, for Tabitha it's even worse. Yeah, Smiley keeps fucking killing her.
Yeah, well, my only question with that is, and I agree, Smiley killed Miranda, but I don't think or at least they've led us to believe, I don't know that any of the other incarnations necessarily made it to the tree. Like it seemed to me like they were saying that they didn't.
I don't know.
So if he didn't kill them, maybe the townspeople killed her, maybe not. But either way, she gets a bad death each time. Is the point of that? We're forgetting the fact that Sophia might have broke her arm just to get in the same facility as Julie. Are we forgetting? Yes. I forgot to mention.
Oh, because Sophia is staying now in the clinic with her broken arm, which is ridiculous. I've broken bones and not had to spend the night in the clinic, but whatever. It's her excuse, right, to stay in the. Maybe she is. I mean, so Fletcher, I just wouldn't call that a fact. I would call that an idea or a theory right now. She might have broken her arm to get into the facility.
I think it was just it was something that like they both worked. Like it was a happy accident, because I think she really broke it.
To me, it's not a fact yet that she did it just to get into the clinic, but maybe she did.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
For me, she hurt herself because of Sarah. Yeah. Look, Sarah, somebody got hurt because you didn't do what I told you.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I think it worked out that way, that she also got to be there. So maybe it was like, a good thing, but I don't know that it was specifically why. I want to bring up Lucas Hartley says that would explain why Smiley had to run, talking about Miranda got to the tree. I never really thought about that, but that actually makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Like why else? Like, of course he had to run. She would have gotten to what, through.
Run
like,
what?
When Smiley was going after Tabitha, that he ran so she didn't get into the bottle tree, because then she would have gotten out like Tabitha did. So that actually makes sense. I never really thought about it, but that makes sense to me.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, it's still theory, but it makes sense to me.
All right. So who's she talking to in this shot? Is she talking to Christy or Marielle?
In this shot, she's hiding in the closet. She's listening in. She's eavesdropping.
Oh, this is after Marielle has already come back in?
No, not yet. First, it's them.
Marielle's out.
This is when she's eavesdropping on these two.
Yeah, because she's not only a liar, she's also a spy, an eavesdropper.
Yes, but and that's where you go back to the question, like, does she already know? Like, if she knows all the things going on because she is omniscient, then why does she have to spy? So that's why sometimes I think maybe he's not, because otherwise it kind of makes these scenes.
I don't think he's omnipotent. That doesn't make any sense. Otherwise, why did
I don't think he's omniscient either.
That's why he has to push things along.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he came to town to enjoy it. He can't enjoy it from afar because he's not omniscient. He has to experience it, right?
Cool. Yeah. I think maybe some things he knows, but they never really explain why he knows those things. So it could even be the monster listening. It could be, who knows? Maybe the houses are bugged. I don't know. We don't really have an answer to that yet, but we'll just see. Okay, so the point of this is Randall is telling Julie that he doesn't want her to keep going through to Story Walk, and he's quite mean here. I understand why, but he tells her that her father would even think that she's a moron for doing this because it's giving her a
Yeah, that
seizure.
was a low blow. That's
It
gonna have
was.
the opposite reaction.
And then she said, you're only mad at me because you know I'm right. I feel like I get it, and he's trying to protect her. He's just going about it in the wrong way. We did have a discussion. I personally don't think he believes in the story walking at all. I think he thinks that Julie is only having a seizure, and that he doesn't want her to die from the seizure because he doesn't know how dangerous it is, and he's like saying anything he can to stop her, even if it's mean. So I appreciate it in that sense, but I think there was a better way to do it. But I don't know. Do you think he actually believes she's story walking? Because we had some differing of opinions on that.
I mean, I don't know why he would, but
it's hard to say what I think he thinks.
Yeah, I don't know why he would believe her, but I also don't know why he wouldn't believe her, right? Like this is crazy town, but it is kind of crazy. And there's no proof other than she has a seizure and then tells him what she saw. Is it really any different than Jade having a hallucination? I mean, to Randall, maybe, but see, I don't think any of it matters. I thought the whole point of this scene was so that Sophia can overhear it. When she overhears them talking about story walking, I wonder if this is the first time Man in Yellow realizes that Julie's a story walker.
No, because he already knows.
Oh, because he already saw her when he killed Jim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He already saw Julie.
That hasn't happened yet in this linear timeline, though.
Yes, it has.
It has happened to Sophia.
Dead. I'm saying when Julie story walked to where the Man in Yellow slit her father's throat. Right. That has not happened yet in the linear timeline.
It has not happened for Julie yet. It has already happened for the Man in Yellow because Jim is already dead.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess it has to. But how does that make sense?
So I'm wrong. My theory is wrong.
No, but I'm just questioning, like, if that's the case, how does that make sense that it hasn't happened to her? I'm getting my brains like going, boo.
Wait, what's the matter now?
No, I'm just trying to understand, like, you're right. It's happened because he's dead, but it hasn't happened to her yet. So when she goes back, she's okay because she's going to the past. Never mind. I was thinking, never mind, forget I said that. But yes, you're right then. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Mark it down, people. I was right.
Mark it down. I actually said the words, okay, I'm wrong.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. I'm glad you repeated it.
And y'all killing Jim yet. You're right. I was just, I don't know. I wasn't.
I get what you're. Yeah, we've all kind of loved and gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Jamie.
Good
this is not really the same thing. But you know how like River Song and the Doctor were traveling in like different directions, and like for him, it was the first time they met. For her, it was like the 1 millionth time they'd met, right?
Yeah. It's just it's still kind of different though.
Okay,
so the first time we saw her was later, which already happened. In what we've seen, or at least seems to be the first time. Okay, so he was being really mean. I think he could have done it in a different way.
The problem is a lot of people right now they're reacting out of fear.
Yeah,
which is not the right way to react.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, let's stop a second. We're not going to get through these giveaways if we don't do more of them.
All right, do another one now.
So everybody, you have about 30 seconds here to put in. Oh shoot! Hold on.
So if you're new,
shoot.
No, I think I screwed it up. Hold on. Let me see if it comes back up.
You just do it, and I'll explain. If you're new
here, I screwed it up. I clicked out of it. We need to pick a different name.
Do it. If you're new here this evening, if you've just joined the chat and the stream, we are giving away talismans that were donated by anonymous donor donated them to the show. West donated them to the show tonight. And you have to put hashtag Donna's alive, all one word.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. We can do another one if you want because I screwed it up. The other ones didn't count, so people have to put it back in regardless. So do we want to do a different one, or do we want to stick with
erase them? So you gotta
yes, that's my fault. Yes, it's my fault.
There you go. Hashtag Storywalker.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do hashtag Storywalker then.
Hashtag
All
Story
lowercase.
Walker now.
All one word, lowercase. Wait, let me do it first. Okay, now you can do it. So go ahead and put that in. I'll wait a couple minutes since I screwed that up for you guys. That was my fault. And then in a little bit, let's say in about 30 minutes, we'll do the cameo pool. But we need to get these done before that because we need to change the hashtag to do the cameo. So that's the only reason I'm trying to push through
All
them.
right. Hashtag
Hey,
Story
Doc,
Walker.
welcome. Yeah, so right now, hashtag story floater. You're funny, Dieter. Yeah, hashtag story walker to try to win the talisman. And then, yeah, thank you, Doc. Yes, everybody please like the stream and subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. We always appreciate it. And I know there are, let's see, there are 26 people here and only 18 likes. You guys aren't all hitting like. Hit the like button. It takes like a fraction of a second, and it's really appreciated if you do.
I mean, they don't like it.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, you can hit like or unlike.
Unlike.
Like or dislike. It still helps the algorithm. We prefer a like, but to be honest, it helps it either way. So, but yes, hashtag Storywalker. We'll give you guys a few minutes.
Just have a feeling, one way or the other.
Yes, that's a good way. I have a feeling one way or another. All right, so back to this. Yeah, that's fine, B. You guys can still do it. We
Right,
just
so
one. We'll pull somebody else. Okay, so now Marielle and Christy are fighting. So let's talk a second about that. Again, like I said before,
yeah,
to me, this storyline isn't that interesting, if I'm honest. So, like they fight a lot, and I don't really. It's not really that interesting to me that they're arguing. I guess the stuff of
are they
her
really
saying
fighting?
that people are trapped there, maybe, but
I mean, if it you could call it a fight. You know, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. No, you're not. Yeah, I'm fine. No,
Yeah,
you're not
fine.
fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Like that's it, right?
yeah, it's not really a fight. I shouldn't say a fight. They're having a tiff. They're having a little disagreement.
It's not like I mean, yeah.
She's worried about her. She won't admit she's upset. You know, that's pretty much.
I think it would not be uncommon after you hallucinated that you were in chains and people were screaming. You might not want to talk about it, right?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So only touches her arm is the point.
Yeah.
Fighting is her love language. Yeah, somebody did say last night fighting is her love language. I don't remember who said that.
That's pretty good.
So she does grab her arm, and then Marielle starts seeing it again. What I was saying last night is that to me, this is more interesting if it's connected to the cave. If it's just like a bad, like hallucination because she's affected by the cave, then it's not as interesting, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I look at it. But I guess it depends if it ends up important or not to the story, right? Really, really depends.
I guess. I mean, to me, this is way scarier than like Cabbage Patch dolls coming out of the lake.
Yeah, in a way. I don't know. What was I going to say? This Doc, this is for talisman. We have more talisman to give away yet that West of Westeros donated. And then we have the cameo of Hannah. We're going to be giving it away in about 15 minutes. We'll do that at like around quarter till. So we need to get the rest of these done.
Hey, Doc's here.
Yes, Doc is here. All right. Well,
Oh my God. Sorry.
You know, it's really sad you can't see the emojis in StreamYard because I'm looking now at like the emojis and there's like little alligators and there's like all kinds of things people put and we can't see them in StreamYard. And I always forget. Look at the other screen too because they've posted a lot of them. Those are cool. But we cannot see them here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't manage two screens just so I can see emojis. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can barely keep up with
YouTube gift thing. Okay, no, he's asking something else. Sorry, let me answer Doc.
Right.
Okay.
Are you gonna do the drawing? Are you gonna do the drawing so we can keep?
Yeah, I'll do the drawing in 1 second. The YouTube gift thing. I didn't know that's what you meant. Yes, it's giving somebody a membership. That you can gift the membership to somebody, if you want to do that. But yes, it's sort of, I guess, like a super chat. You could call it. It's for the memberships. And yes, if you are a member, I do release some of the videos early to Survivor or up tier. All right, let's do a pool. We will do pool. If you have won a full-size talisman, we do ask that we spin again to be fair to everybody, because I know we've had a few of these. But if you've won the keychain, that's fine. But let's at least try to with the talisman. I lost where it was. Okay. All right. If you've not pushed hashtag Storywalker, you have about 10 seconds to type it in. I'm going to hit it. All right. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I'm not as good at singing as Scarlett is when she does this. Hey, Fletcher. Well, now, no, I was going to say now Fletcher has 2 because yesterday the one that he gave it to won. So now he has 2. So I don't know. Do you guys? Maybe we should pull. I don't mean pulling again though, but because you got 1 coming already. So let's run it again. I just think let's let everybody get a chance. But Fletcher got 1. Fletcher will get 1. We promise. Okay. Dieter got 1. Yay, that works too. Yay, all right. I at least know how to get a hold of you, so that's something too. So many of these people took forever to respond, and I know it. Look, it's a Discord thing. All right, let's do. How many do we have left? Wait, we have to do 3 more. Yeah, we have 3 more left.
All right. All right, let's talk for a while. So, we're doing 2. You're doing a second one right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one. Okay. There you go, B. I think B. Didn't you win a keychain last time? Did you win a keychain or did you win a full size one? If you won a keychain, I said.
I think B won a cameo. Didn't B win the cameo the other night?
Oh no, wait. Let me see. Hold on. I got my list here.
I think B stepped away from her computer, and while she was away,
B won a full size. Yeah, B won a full size one. Why don't you want to do, I don't know what you guys want to do. I don't know how to do it. Like, should we pull another one? Do you want to gift it to somebody else? I think you got a full size one already. So let's spin again if you don't care. I want to try to give everybody a chance.
Or she can just give it to somebody.
Or well, now I spun now. We still have a few left yet, so probably everybody's gonna end up with one sooner or later. And Bill won, and I think Bill won the other day too, didn't he? I'm like, we're doing like real great here. Let's see.
Not for nothing. Why are we letting people put in if they've already won? Like,
because everybody's typing it in.
But that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't we tell people not to do the hashtag if they've already won?
I don't know. Maybe we should plan it.
Maybe that would have been smart.
We should not do this on the fly, and we should think about it and make some rules off the air.
Well, either way, Bill won yesterday. He won one yesterday.
Hey, Bill.
I said I think everybody in here is going to get one that entered that didn't win one because I think there's enough people that put it in that they should. So let's see. MGM. Okay, MGM did not win yesterday. So there we go.
Fletch, you are no longer allowed to put hashtags anymore. There.
No, if you haven't entered, if you haven't won one, put your hashtag in now. There's 2 left. There's 2 people that entered that are still in there. And there's 2 left to give away. So that's why I said I think everybody that didn't get one's going to get one. If we keep drawing, I think we're going to, because there's 5. So everybody should get one, unless these are people who already won one. In which case we will, I don't know what we'll do. Then we'll cry because it didn't work. Joyce. Yay. Okay. Yay, congratulations, Joyce. I'm sorry that we did not do a great job of this, guys. Now, Joyce, you won one. And actually, it says there are no more entries. So either somebody didn't put it in time or that. But there we go. So Anon, Dieter, MGM, and Joyce won today. And let's do the cameo first. And then we'll pull the one last talisman and try to find somebody who didn't win since we're not getting it.
So many winners. Okay. You get a talisman. Yeah. You get a talisman. You get a talisman.
Can I get a talisman?
I'm not the one giving them away. So, all right. Let's do you want to do the cameo next, or do you want to do the last talisman? Why don't we do the cameo? Does that sound good to everybody?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to put hashtag cameo. So everybody do hashtag cameo with if at quarter till we will pull. So you have like 20 minutes, and we'll pull for the cameo. And whoever is, you have to be in the chat at the time. We're doing the cameo now, Scarlett. And then when we do the talisman, make sure if you haven't won a talisman, you stick around because you have a good chance, because nobody else had put it in. I know Neo didn't yet, and I don't think Scarlett did, and Ozrod. So you guys stay around because you have a good chance that Doc didn't. But yeah, for right now, cameo. We will pick in about, I guess it's about 15 minutes. At 11:45, we'll pick for the cameo. The cameo is with Hannah, who plays Julie. So that will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I maybe should have done it different, Dieter, but I had said not to. And then so the other people we respun, so we kind of can't do it that way now. But you won one, so you will be getting one, and that is all from West of Westeros. Yeah, so far we have from yesterday, we have Bill Chill.
Jamie, important question.
Yeah.
Can everybody put in for the cameo?
Yes, everybody.
Talisman?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Everybody. I don't see why not.
I'm just asking because MGM asked, so I wanted to make sure.
Yes. Yeah. No, the cameo is a completely separate thing. You guys can all put in for the cameo, whether you want a talisman or not. You can put in for the cameo. But I was going to say, for what we have for the winners of the talisman so far, between yesterday and today, we had Bill Chill, Fletcher, Michael Massaro, Catastrophe, Alyssa, Jen, Anon, Dieter, MGM, and Joyce. So almost everybody's gotten a talisman here. So that's why I'm saying stick around, and we'll AJ allows you to. AJ allows you to, Fletcher. All right.
No, I told Fletcher no more hashtags at all.
Oh, well, don't listen to AJ then. Just put in hashtag cameo. No, this is a different cameo. I mean, I think it's really unlikely you're probably going to win two. Well, I guess you could win two cameos, but this is a different contest. This was donated by someone else. It's not the same thing. If you want to put it in for the cameo, I think, don't you guys agree? I think the cameo, everybody should be allowed to enter for the cameo.
Well, everybody wants to, I think, yeah.
Yes, everybody who wants to enter should be allowed to enter for the cameo. So, all right, let's go back to the episode. Whoops, we don't get to the conversation yet, I guess. This is just her telling her she's okay. Hashtag's gonna cost. You guys are funny. All right, so now we finally get to hear a little bit more about these jades. And
the jades.
The jades, that's what I'm calling them. Instead of the 3 J's, we got the 6 jades. Which is funny. Well, or as Scarlett says 7, because Scarlett thinks he's also been reincarnated as the Rock. So we had quite a discussion about that. I do love that Rock guy. It's funny. Okay, so yeah, these are his versions that have lived before, his different incarnations. What video? Hype. I'll tell you what, guys. Hype the deep dive from yesterday, I think, because we got more views on it. So I think it would be better to hype that.
Well, you can't hype this until
you can't hype this one yet anyway.
So anyway, you can't hype it yet anyway.
Yeah, hype the deep dive from yesterday if you can, and that would be greatly appreciated. I'd love the hypes. It always helps, and I know people are finding us through YouTube now, which is really good, because I feel like, before I thought they weren't, but they are. So that's cool to know. All right.
All right, so here we are with all the jades. It's a tour of the jades.
Yes, Scarlett. Yes.
They're all. This is where he kind of figures out like who they all are and what it's all about, right?
Yes. The boy tells him to look at him and see what he notices, and that's when he says, "Minnows in a shark net." That none of them were torn apart by a monster, so they were all killed by the people of the town. Once
I love the fact that Jade had to get like up close and personal to each of them to realize it. Like, can't you tell from where you're standing?
Oh, yeah, true. So we have Christopher, we have the colonial man with the spike through the eye there, we have the soldier who also is blind in one eye, and the guy who is, I don't know, smushed by a rock. what do you think about the rock? Because I don't know how the hell somebody killed him with a rock. I think most people thought that he went through the tree and got stuck, but apparently not. So how do you think he died? Like, did somebody drop it on his head, drop it on his stomach? I don't know.
He rolled it. I mean, maybe he wasn't murdered. Maybe it rolled down a hill and got him or something, right? I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Anon. I appreciate that.
I mean, the point is that because they weren't eaten, Jade surmises, they have to have been murdered by other humans, right?
Yes.
Except for a rock guy could have had a bad accident with a rock. Yeah. So that's really all that happens.
Yeah. The fact that he says that when they learned the truth about Jade, that it was them that the children were trying to call for. He says they blame him, they hate him, and eventually they kill him. And then it's worse for Tabitha, and we don't really know what worse for Tabitha means. But if it just means Smiley, if it means murdered worse normally, I don't know. I mean,
I have a thought about it.
Okay.
Miranda was there with her children. And, Miranda was killed. Miranda didn't know Eloise was killed, right?
No, Miranda died before Eloise, in theory. Actually, we don't even know that Eloise died.
We don't really know what happened to Eloise for sure, would be the answer.
I mean, but, I guess where I'm going is, she was there with her children. Tabitha is there with her children. I don't know if every version of her comes back with children and if it's worse for her because she sees her children go through this. But I'm wrong because we're not aware if she's ever seen, one thing that'd be worse for her would be to see her children killed, right? But I guess I'm thinking out loud and that's not what happened. So I'm wrong. So ignore me.
Yeah. Well, but she also might have known. But to be fair, she could have seen Eloise run out behind her and knew she was about to die. Which we don't know. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of curious, but I do like that they finally confirmed which ones were him and that, so we don't have to wonder anymore. I don't think that they should have revealed this ahead of time. This was the big thing that was in the trailer that they shouldn't have put in that people were upset about.
Which is why I don't watch the trailer.
I said with good reason. I'm not disagreeing with you, but yeah, so these are all him, and he says there's more too, so there's even more versions of him.
Well, I'm sure there is. I mean, this has been going on for how many years?
A lot, since
centuries, maybe centuries. Yeah,
since maybe 1609. We're assuming since 1609.
Well, we think since 1609 because of clues, right?
Yeah, I said we're assuming that. Yeah, that's not a definite, but it is an assumption. All right. Well,
I know Kimberly has a good point. Knowing that children are stuck in that horrible place with no parents would be horrible too, right? To know that you're going to die and you've left your children there parentless. And I'm just going to say, let's just say right here, everyone who thinks Tabitha's a horrible parent. I mean, Miranda also went and told her children to hide in the cellar, right? And went off to the faraway tree. She did the same thing, but I guess she's the same person, right?
Yeah. And just to correct myself, yes, I was thinking 1609 was the first date, Scarlett. It's 1506 is the first date, I guess, on the wall in the lighthouse. So sorry, that was my fault. Yeah, I don't know. So let me ask you then. Obviously, this cycle is going to be different, or there's no point for a TV show. But that being said, I would think that doesn't necessarily mean people won't come after him. Do you think the town is going to turn on him? And do you even think everybody's going to find out? Is he going to now? I mean, I feel why would you tell people now when you find this out, right? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he could be wrong. He could be wrong, right? Right here. And in terms of the whole town turn, I think the whole town is turning on each other. I mean, right? What do you think people are going to do when they find out that, what's her name? Golem Girl killed Tilly. Fatima killed Tilly, right? That seems to be conveniently swept under the rug. But, and when they find out,
Holy
What?
shit,
Sorry.
what?
Something just dawned on me. We haven't seen Elgin in like 3 weeks.
Oh, no, we haven't. We haven't seen Acosta either. Both Elgin
No, he's
and Acosta.
done. He collected all the mud, and now he's done. I mean,
Just saying.
but that's the point. What are we going to do when they find out what Elgin did to Fatima? What are they going to do when they find out what Sarah
We're not
did
going
to?
to find out.
Well,
We're
I don't
beyond
know, but like this to me is about the
Ooh.
town all turning on each other, right? Like not just
Yes,
about.
you probably have a good point.
turning on
All of
one
it's going to
person.
come out. All of it's going to come out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I gotta fix something here.
Elgin and Acosta are hanging out plotting their revenge. Maybe they are.
Maybe,
He was
Elgin
in the
could be
last
down in the
episode.
base. He could be down in the basement with what's her face?
Y'all are
Acosta.
acting like these NPCs are going to start paying attention. Yeah. I mean, he could be out fetching more dirt so Fata can make some arms for her golem.
True. I'm actually expecting the golem to like break like an egg and come out and be like, "Rawr!"
Maybe. Oh, maybe. So
I
it
don't
doesn't
know
need
that I
all the
want
features because it's like a inside a sarcophagus made of mud, kind of. Maybe.
Okay, now you're gonna. Okay, I won't go there because now she's making me think of Shield, as she said that. So I won't go there. But
okay, here's a prediction. The box is going to come back.
Gonna come back. You only use that once. They're going to point that out. We haven't even heard about the box really, other than, well, no, that's not true. Boyd told Elgin that he'd stick him in the box if he told anybody what happened. So I guess that's not entirely true. So,
but Boyd wouldn't really do it. I think Boyd's pretty committed to not using that box. He never intended to use the box in the first place, right?
yeah.
But
No,
I could see. I like this prediction. I could see the town like calling for the box, kind of like a like the town all being put him in the box, put him in the box, the box. What do you say, AJ? Box. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there really a need for box when the man in yellow is in town?
They don't know.
It's kind of bad to like kill
Well, they don't know
somebody
that.
and people dying, but at the same time,
40% of the town hasn't seen the box being used. They're gonna lose their shit.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Enough about the box.
Anyhow, okay, let's keep moving.
All right, I was going to say, Scarlett, did other cycles have their version of the box?
Who knows or cares?
We don't know. I mean,
Maybe,
right?
maybe the rock was the box. Maybe like it was like if you if you did it, you get stuck in at night like underneath a rock and they throw it at you. I don't know. It could be.
He went into the faraway tree. Somebody threw the boulder after him, and it landed on top of him when he came to.
I don't really care about.
I don't either. I was being sarcastic.
I know. I don't think a boulder was through a tree either.
All right, can we keep moving, please?
Yes.
One picture. This picture's been up for like 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but okay.
Not really.
All right. So yes. So he sees each, and like you said, he goes up and looks at them. We don't need to see that. There is those shows the guy has.
Why does that guy have white eyes? Do we have a theory about why?
I don't know. I thought before that maybe it was to do with Elgin. It's also the opposite eye of the other guys, so I really don't know. But there are a lot of things with eyes in here. That's for sure.
Hey, Scarlett, you say we can't deep dive. This is not a deep dive. Your show's a deep dive. Our show's a review. AJ and I don't want a deep dive. It should be clear that this show is not a deep dive, and it was never intended to be a deep dive. Yeah, but it gets deeper every week because the show gets more and more involved. It's not a deep dive. If it's a deep dive, AJ and I we don't deep dive.
Wow, we can still answer questions without going too deep.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
We can, but we can't deep dive. We don't want to deep dive.
Yes, we did have a 4-hour deep dive yesterday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pull my chain. I know, Scarlett, and it's so easy, isn't it? To pull my chain, you always get a reaction. I can't not react.
I'm like, why are you guys fighting? Don't fight.
Nobody's fighting.
No, I know. I'm just teasing.
We're aggressively conversating.
No, I know. I'm teasing now.
Doc this says, is the kiddie pool.
I like that, Scarlett. But will the golem become Dwayne Johnson?
Wait, I'm trying to. I
can't. Go ahead. I'm not touching it. I haven't touched it. I didn't touch it that time. I just trying to put up Doc's thing.
Do it on purpose.
All right. So they bring
so-
Henry in. My buddy's so cute.
Yep.
They bring Henry in and they put him to bed. And this is where Kenny asks I'm gonna call him Richard. I don't know why. Victor, what is the drawing is about. And Victor shows it to him and says, I shouldn't have told him. Yeah. I do think I'm glad Kenny knows. I do think Kenny should have known, but I do think maybe telling his father was not the best idea. But at the same time, I get wanting to tell his father, and his father kind of had a right to know, and he'll probably, hopefully be okay with it eventually. Not okay with it, but, move on from it. Eventually, hopefully. So yeah, I don't know. Thoughts? Any thoughts?
I mean, I don't think it was a bad idea. I mean, I can see why Victor right now, it was a bad reaction that he got out of Henry, and Victor, can't really know what to expect, but I agree that Henry had a right to know, probably.
Yeah. All right. So now we go into the basement.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good point. People
I was
want
just
Victor
going to say that.
to open up. When Victor does open up, you're going to say that, AJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Victor, right? Poor
Careful
Victor.
what you ask for, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Jade has gone down into the basement. He's followed the boy in blue, and there is a lot of furniture he pulls down, and behind it is a door. Okay. For whatever reason, because I said this last night, I don't have the picture of the door there. I don't know why, but they find a door. Thoughts on the door? I know I'm trying to get along so we get through the end, but thoughts on the door?
I remember in the live watch party, people were saying, wait, was that door always there? Was that door there before? What's going on? And it makes sense that door, it's not a real door. He's not even really there, right? I don't know if a door is really there or not in that room.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hallucination. It could be metaphorical. It could be real. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's real. Like, if they go into the basement, I wouldn't be surprised if it's there.
Because because these aren't just hallucinations. They're based in Jade's memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It might not be there too, but I would not be surprised at all if it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fletcher seems to think we've seen it before.
I was going to say, B has a point. Maybe the door is there. The church has a door to the tunnels, and so does that cellar. So yeah, I don't see why there can't be more than one door connected to the cellar, church basement. Yeah. Okay. So we'll come back to that. So here's where we have now. This is the thing about Marielle, where she says, and sorry guys, I know I'm going a little bit faster, but we're trying to get done by 12 because Karen wants to get done by 12. So I'm going to go speedy here.
12-ish.
Okay, fair. Because Marielle talks about the radio and says that she heard everybody screaming, every single person who ever died there, like she did in the chamber. And she says she can feel their suffering, and that this is where Sophia says she's a prophet and maybe God has chosen her to hear their suffering. And that gets her upset. But she says that there's something old, ancient, and it's feeding off their suffering and doesn't stop. Even after they die, they're still trapped there and never get to leave. Sophia comes back and she says, I don't know, Fletcher. I feel like Sophia's full of shit, so I don't know that I necessarily think that's the case. I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you think, AJ?
Yeah.
I think Sophia's always got some scriptural reason why this is actually okay and not so bad. And I think it's just a bunch of bullshit to make people it's like when somebody close to you dies and someone says to you, they're in a better place. Is that helpful to me at this moment? I know you're trying to, I know you're trying to be nice, but at this moment, it's not what I need to hear. And I feel like Sophia is she's just bullshitting them with her scripture, Pollyanna, everything's great nonsense, I think. I don't know
Night
that
Fletcher.
Sophia is confirming it.
Fletcher, don't leave. I didn't mean
It
to scare
might
you
be
away.
Wait, I'm going to interrupt you guys before Fletcher leaves. Let's do the cameo before Fletcher leaves, so he gets a chance too. Okay, because he needs to leave. So let's pull it first. Not that I can't get a hold of Fletcher, but let's.
I'm sorry, Fletcher. Don't leave. I'll be nice.
Yeah, stay put. No, I think it's because of the timing.
No, I'm just kidding.
If you haven't put in hashtag cameo, you have about 30 seconds. Hi, Susie. Put in hashtag cameo. Come on, really quick. Just put hashtag cameo, Susie, so you can enter too to win the Hannah cameo. I'll wait long enough, and then we'll draw for it.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening to me. There we go. Lilu put it in. Come on, Susie. Come on, Fletch. Although Fletcher, at least we know we can find. It's more the other people we can't find. That's the issue. No, this is for the cameo, Fletcher. You can put this in. Don't you want to try to win the cameo? I mean, you don't have to, but it's for the cameo. Everybody can put in for the cameo. Debbie's putting in. Yes, she spelled it fine. Going once. Going twice. All right. I'm still waiting because everybody's still typing it. I'm like giving everybody a second. All right. If you're not going to put it in, that's fine. It's up to you guys. Everybody can put in if you want to put in for it. Okay. Here we go.
I don't see it on my screen.
Oh, I didn't share it. Oh, I'm bad. Well, I already got the congratulations up. I will turn it on. Hold on, because I did already spin it. I don't want to cheat.
Oh, MG.
Winner. So congratulations. Yeah, that's my son now. Congratulations, MGM. You've won a talisman and the cameo. I'm sorry. I didn't share it when I spun it. That's my fault. But yes. So you won the cameo of Hannah. I know, Scarlett, it's my fault. I forgot to put it up when I spun it. I forgot to hide the other picture. But MGM has won. So congratulations. Contact me on Discord and I will get what I need from you for that. All right. We have one more talisman. So let's just draw from everybody that's in here I think's won though. So let's do we got one more talisman.
I haven't won. I'll win it.
Let's do a talisman. We're just going to do hashtag talisman. Put it in if you haven't won a talisman. If you have, wait, because give everybody a chance. And I think that most people didn't. So don't you see it now? So yeah, everybody
put talisman, hashtag talisman.
Yeah, everybody put in hashtag talisman. And then when the hour's up, we'll pull for the last talisman. And hopefully we'll get somebody who hasn't won a talisman. We'll try to get somebody that hasn't won. But yes, I'm sorry I didn't put it on when I spun it, but I figured it would be unfair to not keep the same winner. Not that anybody would have known, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, we'll pull for the talisman after. Okay, so sorry, this is for a full size one, Susie. Yes, and please like and subscribe. Okay, so we were talking about when I interrupted you guys, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. But
that's okay. That's okay.
You think? What do you think about? Yeah, do you
profit,
think that she's
non-profit?
What do you think?
AJ, profit, non-profit. What do you think?
I don't think she's a prophet. I think it's a. How do I want to put this? Profit of convenience. Sophia's making it so that it seems that way.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But do you think though that she has some kind of prophetic or psychic ability, like some of the other things that I guess you think is what Fletcher's saying, which I don't tend to think so necessarily either, but I know a lot of people do.
I mean, it could be, they could be right also. I mean, it is possible that was her superpower from being in, the Screaming Cave.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it could be like some sort of residual effect of being in the cave. I don't think she has ESP or is a precog or anything like that. Or has some prophetic ability. I think she just maybe everybody's seeing things. I mean, there are other Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Anon says, I want a more M.I. Watt, more Man in Yellow. Sophia is a shitty choice. It's pointless. We talked about this when Sophia first came on the show. You know, we talked about some of us were worried that is it going to be all Sophia and we won't really get to see the Man in Yellow. We did get to, you know, we and that, you know, I know that Sophia is the Man in Yellow, but that we wanted to see that character, the Man in Yellow, like Doug's character, and it wasn't going to be all Sophia. And it does seem to be like pretty much mostly Sophia. So I can understand why some of us, the story made sense, right? Man in Yellow's like, I can't come to them as I am, because now we know it's because he knew that Victor would recognize him.
Yeah.
Right. He couldn't come into town.
Yeah.
Victor would know him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked Man in Yellow too, but I also like Sophia. I think it's an interesting idea.
I hate Sophia. I hate Sophia. You're not supposed to like her.
Yeah, you're not supposed to like her. So yes, I guess I should say that. I don't like Sophia in the way I'm not supposed to like Sophia, but I like the actress in the roles.
You think she's a good character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the next thing. All right. So let me get past
I think Marielle's going to lose her shit. She's going to be the first one to break.
Yeah.
And Karen might get her wish. Karen might get her wish and somebody will die.
Will die. I mean, she was still addicted to drugs and on her way to rehab when she rolled into this town really only a few days ago. Right? Like, I think for a person who is, I mean, I think it could be hard for Marielle to like separate like what, like, okay, I've never been through withdrawal or like try to get off drugs, but like some people have severe reactions and do have hallucinations and bad experiences, right? And it might be hard for Marielle to like kind of separate all what's going on right now.
And know what it's coming from. That makes sense. I like that's true. All right. So we have them at the cabin in the settlement, aka Cannibal Village. And I will still call it that. And they're sitting there waiting out the night. I think is it Roger or Patty? I can't remember. One of them is like, how long till we can go or whatever? And Dawn is like, it's only a couple minutes to us last time. Said it. Yeah. You know what I immediately thought of when I saw that? Like, I can see like Donna at like being with kids in a car and then be like, are we there yet? Yeah, when are they gonna get? Like, that's what that made me think of, like her yelling at kids that no, we're not there yet. Which I think is funny. But go ahead and take Scarlett if you want to take Scarlett's comment before we go too far off the Sophia thing, because I don't think there's any more Sophia in the episode, is there?
No, I think she's done in this episode. You don't think Sophia's a bit one note? I kind of agree, Scarlett. I do think Sophia is a bit one note. Like, she has no, like, all right. Like, if you really knew her in real life, wouldn't you be like, okay, enough with the Bible. Can you just talk like a person for 2 minutes? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I like the way like she gets really creepy really quick though. I guess is what I like.
You know why she's like that, Karen? Because she's pushing our buttons too.
Yes. That's true.
And also because it's an act, right? Like, it's Man in Yellow trying to act like a girl who is devoutly religious, and I don't know if he, like, is that what Sophia acts like, or is that what Man in Yellow thinks a person like Sophia would act like, right?
Don't know.
She is a bit one note. She's got.
Maybe she thinks she looks more innocent. Maybe. I don't know.
I would like them to give this actress a chance to give another facial expression besides the dead eyes and the creepy glasses. Because she's pretty good, but she's not being given a ton to do except for a pretty. Okay, I'm gonna stop and just say yes, Scarlett. I agree. She's a bit one note to me.
All right. Okay. I hope you find your cat, Dieter. Good luck finding your cat. I just want to bring up Lilu's question here, because we had talked about this before. Why didn't Miranda recognize Man in Yellow from her paintings? We don't know that that Miranda knew what the man in yellow was, that like he was bad or anything. So she painted a lot of stuff from the town. I feel like even if she didn't recognize it, she painted the boy in white too. Like that wouldn't necessarily be like mean like stay away from them, right? Do you guys agree with that? Okay. All righty.
Oh, so just one more. I didn't see this comment. I think B just made this comment, but if Marielle is still struggling with withdrawal, or if this place is giving her massive cravings, which I think is key, then she's really likely really grumpy, like all the time. Like, yeah, I bet this place makes her want to go back on drugs, right? I think she's going to be like, Scarlett pointed out, there's a bunch of mushrooms still laying around the office. Like, if I was maybe Marielle's going to like be looking to, not looking, but be struggling with her
addiction. Yeah, maybe they wouldn't be arguing so much if she wasn't doing that too, because that would make her crabby. That's a good point. I did not think of.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw I was gonna say Neo had said knew it was about to go down when he saw the cabin. Yes, a lot of people did, because a lot of people saw the original trailer. I know you guys didn't, but they showed it breaking through. Tabitha is maybe starting to remember things again. They hear the song she used to sing to the dolls. She's trying to figure out what it is. And then she remembers she had these dolls, and this guy, I don't remember if it was one of you or somebody in the chat. I think it was one of you said her dad. That's not her dad. Whoever said that, that's not her dad.
She just says he's a man.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be her dad. I'm not sure she knows who that man is, right? In her memory.
I would think she lives in town with this guy.
Yeah, but I think it's like just some guy from town. But the dolls freak him out. So he throws them in the lake. And
that was kind of weird, right? Like, why is he freaked out by little girls' dolls? But whatever.
I don't know. But whenever he died, his nightmares came out of the lake. And so Tabitha realizes they're not safe and they need to leave. Like, the talisman won't help us. And here comes the doll. Yes, breaking through. So I know we had a lot of comments.
I've been waiting on this. So there he is breaking through the wall, right?
Yes.
So this comment, West of Westeros made this comment like, we were only here 15 minutes. And West said, but they grew huge. How? I mean, I think because this guy had nightmares about gigantic doll people, right? Is that why they became huge, right?
Yeah, I assume he found the dolls creepy, and he must have had. Yeah, I don't think his nightmares were about little dolls. At least I hope not. Right?
I don't know. You ever see that one with those creepy little dolls in the Twilight Zone? Little dolls, big dolls, they're all creepy.
All right. Fair.
Right? I also don't know maybe that. Chucky's doll, yeah.
Anon's bringing up Megan was playing with the dolls. Yes. I don't know that they were the same dolls, but I think they were definitely similar. And I don't know if it was meant to be a clue, but yes, I remember people bringing that up before this even came, that we had seen her dolls and it looks similar. So yes, I agree with that. All right. We have 2 minutes, guys, and then we're going to pull for the last house.
No, we can go more than 2 minutes. But
no, I know, but I said I was going to pull it at 12. I was going to.
Yeah. Oh, until you pull it. You said you'd pull it at the end of the hour. You did say that. Yeah.
So you haven't put in for the talisman. If you haven't won a full-size talisman, put in #talisman. If you've won a keychain, you can still win one of the other talismans. Because I think is okay, because we have somebody that won both of them, and I think that's fine. Just if you've won a full-size one, let's let somebody else win.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll pull that in a second. We have a lot of stuff we starred, I know, from like these last two scenes.
And so much of it is about this scene and what happens in the scene and afterwards, right? So we held a lot of your Scarecrow comments until now.
Yeah.
You guys.
So you want me to go till they get attacked, or until they run away from the attack?
Let's go through the attack a little bit. So they, to me, they look like giant Muppets. You know how like the Muppets, or like, not like the Muppets, but like puppet people like in Avenue Q or whatever. Like, I feel like they just look like giant Muppets to me, which is maybe one reason why they felt not that scary to me.
Maybe. I don't know. I definitely found them creepy, but like I said, I get it. But like the first time I found them creepy, watching it again, it was a little less creepy. But you know, it's kind of like what it looks like. You know what's going to happen, so it's a little.
But the more times you watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
AJ, did they creep you out?
They were creepy, but I only watched it once. Maybe if I watched it 4 or 5 more times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They'd be less creepy every time.
Yeah, definitely creepy.
Yeah. And it
well, now they suddenly have teeth, right?
Especially, you know, watching it only once and not knowing that it was coming.
Yes, I'm sure makes a big
difference. This is the part I was like, look at his hand. It's like a giant ski mitten. It's so soft. Unless maybe it does kind of in this shot look like a lobster claw though. Maybe it's hard. I don't know. But I was like, how can he with this little soft stuff in hand rip off Roger's jaw? But poor Roger.
Power behind it. It also, the one thing we talked about and came up with a couple different theories. I don't know if you noticed, it also stuck its hand down his throat.
Yes, it did. It did. Yes.
So what was that about? What do you guys think that could be about?
I don't know. Maybe they also eat your organs and they wanted it. Maybe just to be horrible because they do seem. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, do you have a theory?
Didn't have a theory. I was reading the chat, so I wasn't paying attention.
I think it could just be they're torturing him, but some people I don't remember who said what, but a couple people I think said that it could be like to do with the liver or whatever, just like how the man in yellow was eating organs, like you said. Or somebody, I think it might have been Fletcher, had said maybe because Donna like cut them open and they were putting rocks in them, like maybe it was like, you know, why it ripped him apart or something. I don't know.
There you go.
It's creepy.
Scarlett says oven mitt taking out Roger's stuffing.
Yeah.
Roger Bill just says Roger's exit is sad. We need a Dale in this show. We do. Yeah. I wonder if it's just a little simpler and that you have the nightmare creatures. It's not enough to kill you. It has to be gory and disgusting and traumatic and horrible.
Yes.
And maybe this is just about a gory and make it more painful, more horrible, and more horrible for the other characters to see as it's happening and in the aftermath, right? Like they want these dead bodies to be, they want people not just to be dead, but to be like as horrifying as possible.
Well, they are nightmares, to be fair. Heather said they cut themselves by adding the rocks because it made them stronger. Could be. I question like why they were able to get them to stay down before. Is it because they were in the middle of the lake? Was it because of the seaweed, or is it because they killed them first?
Well, all right. So let's think of it from this point of view. All we see is the guy throw the dolls into the lake. All right. At this point, they're little dolls. Okay.
Yeah, maybe
little dolls after they get waterlogged are gonna sink.
All right, fair.
So we don't know that they've come out and got put back in. And you know, I think the seaweed just trapped them over time.
Well, but you know what though? Tabitha's seen the big ones before though, because she said that they turned into this. Like the way she made the comment to me, so she saw the big versions. So somehow they got the big versions back in the lake. Is how I took it. Or do you not? Yeah, I don't know. That's how I took it.
But they had all that seaweed covered on them, so.
Yeah, they could have been tangled.
And we don't know how big they were. What Tabitha saw could have been like in between size between doll size and this size.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know.
Okay, if you have
I think we're putting too much into it.
Yeah. If you have not put hashtag talisman in the chat, if you haven't won one of the regular size talismans, please do that now. I know some new people came in, Jay, James, and Heather. So if you want to enter to win it, put it in now. I am going to spin in a second here. You have till I get the thing up. All right. This is for the last one. All right.
I'm just putting that there. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, there we go. All right, guys, here we go. All
right, Jamie's not allowed to do the music anymore.
I didn't say I was good at the music. Yay, Neo! Congratulations!
Neo won! Yay!
I'm gonna write that down here. All right. Make sure that you message me in Discord with your address, and I will get it to West of Westeros. And again, thank you, West of Westeros, for those talisman. Very much appreciated for the giveaway.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you also to the anonymous donor for the cameo that MGM won. That was also very much appreciated, but they want to remain anonymous. But we'll get that to you. All right. Well, we are done with the giveaways for tonight, unfortunately, but we hope that you will stay around for the rest of our discussion here. But congratulations, everybody. Yes, we talked about those foam toys. Do you guys remember them? Did you have those when you were little?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they still
or the towels that were in the little packages that grew to be like a full-size towel.
Yeah. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Record that sound. Now, we need a sound so Jamie doesn't have to do bad singing noises, okay?
I will do
MG
it next
says, go ahead. You'll do it next week, AJ.
I'll do it next
MG
time.
says they made him into horrifying Kool-Aid men crashing through walls. Heather, I don't know if you've heard from Heather yet, right? Heather says, I hated Roger, but his death by deep throat was absurdly brutal. It made me remember Paula, though, because her mouth looked ripped open. Yeah, it was pretty. This is one of the more like we've seen a lot of dead bodies the next day ripped up, but we haven't seen a ton of people being ripped up. And it was really brutal.
Yes, it was.
All right, so
yeah,
it was kind of exciting.
It was
as much
as there was a lot of action on this.
Yeah. So Roger gets killed, then they go after what's her name and Donna.
Yeah, Ellis. It was kind of funny because Ellis tried to help Roger, I guess, for a second, and then he kind of like hightailed it out there and shut the door. But Ellis did go back for Patty, so I have to give him props for that. I was thinking like, why are you going back for somebody? But that's just me. But he goes back to try to help Patty.
Hear that, everybody? Never get into a horrific situation. Jamie is leaving your ass behind.
Hey, I've said that before. MVP is when he turned into Avenger Ellis and successfully rescued Halfburn Patty and almost rescued dumb Roger. He tried to rescue Roger. He did.
Yeah.
But look, Ellis, like I said before, it's not that Ellis doesn't do things. Ellis has done things in the show. I just feel like they've not been exciting things, maybe is the issue, and that we complain because he's not that useless. And like clearly here, he helped. So
he's good in a crisis. In a crisis, he does this. In a crisis, Boyd is like, Ellis, please go to the house and get the van and the first aid kit. And he does it, right? Yeah. Or please come and spend the night in the cannibal village. He's up for it, right? He does stuff. Just not when his girlfriend murders people.
True. I like West of Westeros' question. Which one of the, he means of the three of us would we rather end up in Fromville with? He said Karen, she won't fuck around and figure out the town.
But she hasn't figured it out.
That's right.
So
that's a good point.
And I gotta put B's question. B, I would not leave anybody behind unless you're dead. If you're dead, there's nothing I can do for you. But if you're still alive, I'm sticking around.
I would try, but I've said before, I think I'd be probably the one that would already be dead because I'd probably trip or something and be the one like laying on the ground that everybody's ignoring.
We used to, like in my family, we talk about like zombie shows and stuff like that and everything. And I used to say all the time that my youngest would definitely be the first to go because I'd be telling him to look at the damn flowers because he doesn't shut the fuck up half the time.
Not nice.
No. He can't be quiet. He can't hide and be quiet.
Yeah.
So they're all hiding here.
Yeah.
Poor Patty.
Poor Patty. Yeah.
That was pretty brutal. Like sticking her face in the fire. That was pretty harsh. Also, that was to me maybe the most horrifying part of the whole episode. Nice shot, Jamie. Okay. Wow. My only question is why didn't her hair go on fire?
Huh. I didn't notice that. Maybe they didn't want to cut the wig. I don't know. No, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Yeah. But yes, I agree. It was horrifying. It was awful. Yeah. I'm sorry, and I hope you figure it out. I'm sorry you're having a hard time. So Tabitha remembers. Is there? That one's on fire.
This was hilarious when it stands up and it's like, woo, with its hands on fire.
Woo, woo. All right. So it attacks Donna, and we're like, no, not Donna. At least I was. Not Donna. It's choking
there
Donna.
it is.
Donna.
So
And then-
Blitzkrieg Bob made this comment at 10:07. We've been on the air only 7 minutes, and I've been sitting on it, Blitzkrieg. I believe Donna's going to have a hero's death. She's going to be a sacrifice. I don't think she's getting a meaningless death. And this would have been a meaningless death. This would have been just wrong place, wrong time kind of death, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want her to die at all. So
No, neither.
But I feel like this could have been a meaningful death, though, if she had died, like if maybe it like protected Ethan or something, but it didn't happen.
There was no protecting at that point. That thing came up behind her and grabbed her. There was no.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die.
Remembered.
I think it's a good prediction that she could die. Like all the A-list, the popular kids are not all going to live, right?
Yeah. I feel like
I
somebody at some point gotta bite it, for lack of a better
I mean,
word.
what's the last? So,
But
I mean, Jim, we lost a major person at the end of season 3, right? Which is only
Yeah.
like 5 episodes ago.
As
so.
I keep telling people, I feel like, to me, Jim is season 3 death because we knew it. So I feel like it's been a while, but you're
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Jim did die. Which house would I want to live in, the community or the single home? I'd want to live in a house. Just because I don't think I'd want to deal with all the other people. So I don't know. What about you guys?
Oh, I want my own house. I don't want to live with all those people up at Colony House.
See, I
Plus,
haven't.
what
It
Go ahead.
depends. And normally I'd say my own house, but if they're still having the sex parties at community,
It's all that pot and all that sex up at Colony House, and now there's a jug of moonshine also.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of moonshine, although I think Henry took it all.
I mean, the thing about Colony House is that you have to rely on a lot of other people obeying the rules. Like, I know I can lock my door at night. Did they all lock their doors at night? Like,
and I know I can nail a window shut for the kids.
I was going to say, but not everybody has a talisman. So when you have somebody stupid like Kevin,
Yeah.
it didn't work that way. All right. So yeah, Tabitha has remembered how to kill them, and she uses the totem, which we saw last season and have wondered what they were about. They are more than just a regular totem. She runs through it. And like I said earlier, I still think this reminds me of like a voodoo doll, and that, I don't know, but creepy anyway. And it worked because Donna is okay now.
I mean, what did
I
you
wanna
think
know-
about that, AJ?
So that was fine, but I want to know why Burning Hands stopped and turned around and went back and like walked away. Oh shit, they killed one of them. I better go.
I want to know how Burning Hands even caught fire after being soaking wet in a lake for like 2 years, but whatever.
Maybe it's a lake of Caribbean.
Yeah, maybe it's like a carrot.
I
Flamey
mean,
arms. You have her current flamey arms. Flamey
I
arms.
took it a little, AJ, that when Burning Hands saw that Tabitha impaled her friend, on the totem, was like, oh shit, they know how to kill us. I'm getting out of here. We have so many comments about this that I'm gonna like hit them, and you guys do them, right? So I've lost track of. Anon made an earlier comment about it. Seemed pretty easy that Tabitha was just like, oh, I remember now. Let me stab it with this thing. Fletcher felt you don't kill the scarecrow that easily. I'm sure they had to go through a lot in the little tabby cycle to get that answer. So I think Fletcher's assuming that there were multiple efforts to kill these things, and Tabitha's benefiting from all of them when she makes this decision, I think, right?
Yeah, because we also talked about, like, how could she pull that totem even out of the ground herself, that little girl? Like, could she have even done that? So it might be she watched people do it more than she actually did.
We don't know that she did it. She didn't say she's done it before. She just said, I know how to kill them.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's something very important that I forgot to mention. They fixed the wall in the police station already.
Yes, they
Really?
finally put a board up. I was complaining about that before. They put the signage up.
Here's a great comment from B. I'm thinking it's possible that if somebody pulls that stake out of the Scarecrow doll, it might just come back to life. It's possible it's not really that easy. What do you guys think about that?
I like that.
Possible.
It's definitely possible. Like a vampire or something, right? Definitely possible.
This is interesting.
If you pull the stake out of the vampire, it comes back to life?
Some things it
Say the
does.
vampire. Actually,
I've seen some movies where like they have to like leave the stake in it.
In some lores, that is true.
Yeah, other ones they burn up, but some lores.
Here, I like this from MGM. This is a game of fear, and when folks stop fearing or face their fear and overcome it, they no longer the fear, whatever's making them afraid is no longer interested.
Oh,
I like that.
So, like, as soon as Tabitha was able to kill one of them, face your fear, killed it. I like that.
Yeah.
Here's a question. So, if those wooden totems weren't for the doll creatures, meaning those totems we assumed were to create a perimeter to keep something out, right? And the dolls walked right through that perimeter and came right to the cannibal hut.
Right.
So if they weren't for the doll creatures, what are they there for?
We don't know yet.
I thought it was meaning they were there for the doll creatures, but that actually makes more sense. Like they were just there and they used them. Yeah. I don't know. MGM saying it could be made of iron, which is good against fate.
Yeah, iron is good at killing a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So it could depend what it's about.
It's seemingly Tabitha's childhood nightmare, like Fromville creation. How did she know how to kill the Scarecrow? How? Is this world her creation? So I don't know the answer, but do you guys think this like supports
or we saw somebody kill it? That's what I think, but I don't know.
So those Cabbage Patch Scarecrows are not Tabitha's creation. They're the creation of that man who's afraid of dolls, right? And when he died, or maybe not when he died, but somehow his fear of dolls manifested itself, right? That's where they came from. But there's a bigger question. Is this world her creation? You know, there's a lot of people who think this world is Ethan's creation, that he's writing the story. It's possible Tabitha's writing the story. She's the one who's lived it 1,000 times, you know, or however many
people also think Ethan's the man in yellow.
Well, I don't. People.
I didn't say I did either. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from this.
Hey, wait, I was just going to say this is true. Just like Randall said, he wasn't afraid, and the other monsters walked away from the bus. I do sometimes want to scare the shit out of them. And
but I think I do think that Randall was just saying that. I think he was very afraid.
Yeah, I probably was.
They just couldn't get to him, so they were like, let's go pick on somebody else.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a little more to go, right? So now
what about the other stuff in that starred?
So do you have to put the night creatures under the lake so they stop coming at them? That's what they did to the doll creatures in the little tabby cycle, apparently. That's a good question, because the doll creatures don't really seem to mind being set on fire or other kinds of things, but somehow being kept up, they are unable to break free from the rope in the lake. So they're impervious to fire, but I don't know.
I would have to question Fletcher how the hell you get a monster in the middle of the lake. So I'm not sure it matters, because I don't know how you get it there, right?
So, right.
Well, good point. Yeah. All right.
Back
next up.
Okay, wait. Let's see. Wait, what's
here's one. I was thinking the doll that Donna stabbed was the one who attacked her, but it looks like it was the other female doll.
Yeah, it had 2 eyes. It wasn't the same one. Tabitha had mentioned she has a history of past lives, and the scarecrows were her history. Oh, wait. Do you think that's kind of like what the other question he asked was?
Tabitha's storyboard. I don't. I think she's a victim that got stuck on somebody else's storyboard, and that person remains to be seen.
Yeah.
It could be Man in Yellow's. Like, I'm not convinced that Man in Yellow. I mean, like we think Man in Yellow like sold a bill of goods to the townspeople, almost like you can have eternal life if you just kill all your kids, and then they became night creatures, right? But I don't know that guy wasn't a townsperson that was corrupted somehow by something else that's in this town. Like, I don't know that he's the big bad, right? Man in Yellow, yeah.
Yeah. Kimberly said, I think the Lake of Tears is in the tunnel, and it's the tears of the children. I've heard people say they think it's in the caves. I don't know, but I have heard multiple people say that.
Yeah.
You want to, I'm looking. Do you want to pick some? Sorry.
It could be a dry lake bed. It could be ice. It could be, yeah. Well, I think we got some questions that are not, some good comments that are not directly about this. So,
yeah. Okay, wait. What about this one? We went past this already. We get confirmation that the Man in Yellow entity is ancient entity when Marielle feels there's something old, something ancient there when Sophia is in the same room. Could be he's talking about her, I guess. Or she's talking about her, I mean, could be.
Could be something old and ancient that corrupted the Man in Yellow and made him what he is.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a lot of anything. All right.
All right.
Okay.
We can sweep some of these up at the end, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Jade goes through the tunnels. And
yep.
There he is. Wait, I had more of these because I was making the thumbnail out of them. So he sees baby Jade there. And then Swing Coat creature comes out.
Coat. I was so happy to see Swing Coat.
Yeah,
I know Scarlet was happy.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to like her and remember her as one of the creatures. To be fair, she's also the one that saw Victor and didn't kill him. But this isn't real though, so I guess they probably couldn't kill him in his vision, his memory, I guess. But they all grab him and they shove him into a grave there that has all the kids' bones in it. And they put the slab on top of it, and there you can see the 7 stones, and then the one in the center. And then we have Nkui that pops up, and then he wakes up scared shitless. That was funny. I enjoyed that. Yeah, and what did you think when we saw the creatures? Did you think at that point for sure that it was a hallucination still? Because I kind of at that point was like, I don't think it's really happening. I definitely by that point thought that. What do you think?
I was surprised that when I started getting suspicious, like I said earlier, when they were in the basement and Acosta wasn't there. Because that was literally like yesterday.
Yeah.
Or no, not even yesterday. It was like earlier that day.
Yeah.
When he told Acosta to go through everything.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I just thought they're not going to kill Jade. Like, I really just didn't think they were going to kill Jade. It didn't make sense.
Well, that wasn't killing him, though. Even if that was real and they put him in the coffin.
Right. But I mean, like, as soon as he saw the monsters, like, I was like, there's no way.
Well, yeah, no, I knew he was. I was wondering how he's going to get out of it. And it was by waking up.
Right, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
He wakes up. And Boyd says he has been there the whole time. I still think the beginning conversation when they said about Capricorn and everything, I still think that beginning conversation happened. And then like when he saw the sign, he started tripping because he says he gets up and goes to the window. So that was my automatic thoughts. But I know that's kind of not everybody necessarily agrees with that. And I don't know that it matters, but I tend to think the beginning part of it was maybe.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. All right, so I lost my recap. So this is where he wakes up, and Boyd says he's been asleep been tripping the whole time, and sitting there for hours. And he says there was a lot more that happened, and that he knows where they are, assuming the children. He knows what they have to do to go home. He knows how they can save the children. So
at least he thinks he does.
Little thoughts of the cliffhanger there.
I mean, the children are already dead, so the only thing I can think of is to set their souls free. So, what that would entail, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, AJ. I mean, they're already dead, so how can they be saved? And they're not reincarnated. Like, there's not like 8 or 9 children in Fromville that are at risk of being killed by their parents, right? There's 2 kids, and Julie's not even really a kid. So there's not really that part of the cycle isn't happening over, right? That's not part of the cycle. Kids being murdered.
Right. Well, yeah, kids being murdered is part of the cycle.
Well, I think the ritual is the start. I think the cycle is Tabitha and Jade because they didn't sacrifice their kid.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't want to kill the kids. They resisted killing the kids. Yeah. They went against the town. And so that seems to be part of the cycle. Like, Jade's going to be killed. It's worse for Tabitha. They stand up to the town over and over again is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
MGM said was hoping at some point they'd remember that the wife was indigenous and spoke Inuit or something, and then they start remembering how to actually talk to the Inkui kids, and they can have an actual conversation. I think being able to talk to them would probably help, wouldn't it? Probably make it too easy though.
Yeah, but the Inkui word is made up, so I don't think there's anybody that can actually talk to them.
That's true.
MG.
I wanted to. I wanted to put Scarlett's comment up from earlier.
I was gonna say, even I get that joke, by the way.
That Kenny needs to talk about the Man in Yellow, and Julie needs to talk about the Man in Yellow. Julie has no reason to talk about the Man in Yellow until she runs into Victor, and Victor starts talking about the Man in Yellow. Because right now, I feel like Julie is going to be separated for everybody for quite a while. Because if Julie starts comparing notes with people, it's all over.
I feel like at some point somebody needs to say something about the Man in Yellow, and then Julie's like, "Wait, I saw it," and then she knows it's real for sure.
That's what I'm saying. But Julie's that's what I'm saying. Like, all that stuff's happening at Collie House. Julie is at the clinic right now, but most times she's out in the woods with Randall.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everything's happening really quick right now and simultaneous. Like, these last 2 weeks are happening in the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Yeah. I mean, I think so. What does he say again? What is the cliffhanger? He says, "I know how to." No, he doesn't say that. What does he say, Jamie?
He knows. What? He said he knows where they are and how to say.
Yeah, he says, "I know how to."
I know where they are and how to save them. That seems like a lot for a show that has 15 episodes to go. Like, I don't think he knows.
Well, he's going to be wrong.
Yeah, he's going to be wrong. Yeah.
He might know where they are and he might know how to do it, but he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like he knows what needs to be done, but he doesn't know how to actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says he does, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And yes, Heather, you're right. Julie needs to talk to literally anyone who knows about what she's doing. She probably won't, but she needs to.
I honestly, at this point, I think Julie's smart keeping it between her and Randall, because Randall doesn't even believe her. So what do you think other people are going to say? Oh, there's the crazy girl that thinks she can go in the past.
That's fair.
Weston wants.
Sorry, go ahead.
Want to see Sarah and Ethan speak with Victor. Those 3 need to chat. Yes, they do. Right? Like, everybody needs to chat. Why do they not have a town meeting every week and every day and be like, okay, who saw what today? Do you have any hallucinations? Have any people come and try to kill you? And like, they need to have a daily town meeting and rehash what happened. They need a deep dive. They need a daily deep dive.
Yeah,
because a good portion of the creative team was from Lost, and Lost they didn't talk to anybody.
Nobody on Lost ever talked to each other. Yeah.
And not for nothing. If I'm Jade, I keep my mouth shut about everything because the townspeople are going to kill him.
Yeah, I know. I'm like surprised he's telling Boyd. Automatically like, Boyd, this is what we're going to do. All right, let's pick a couple from the chat that we skipped. We don't need to necessarily do all of them, but let's pull a couple out before we go. It'd be so weird if it had my nightmares. Everyone would be frankly running around looking for things that weren't lost all the time. Oh, that's great, Susie. Do either of you have any idea what Capricorn means to Jade, other than he's maybe a Capricorn? we were talking about, I know it means like devil and the tarot and everything, but I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts?
No.
I know you probably didn't think about it, but
I mean, I thought about it a little. Like, it has to be a good word. Like, if you're gonna have a safe word, it needs to be a word that wouldn't happen. So I have some friends who are married and they have a safe word in case, like, okay, this is my friends are insane. If you get kidnapped and they make you call your husband for ransom, you should have a word that you drop in to be like whatever, right?
Especially because they can fake your voice now.
And this was before they had a word. And so Capricorn's a good word because it needs to be a word that would not normally come up in conversation, right? So you got to pick a word that's sort of like, I don't know if it means anything. Although Scarlett comments about 2 comments later, she commented that Capricorn in the tarot deck is the devil.
Yeah. Or the
tarot card for Capricorn is the devil card. And, we did see a tarot deck last season, 2 seasons ago.
Last season.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think of it at the time. I just thought it was a good choice.
I was actually expecting something kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have picked something really funny, but Capricorn works. I almost thought Donna wasn't sus, but after this episode, I don't know, I've been resubbed. So this made Heather think that Donna's sus again. I don't know. I never thought Donna was sus, so I can't really. Do you guys think still that there could be something with that? I mean, I know there's the whole.
I've never suspected Donna of anything.
All right, fair.
Other than being a badass.
I also have never suspected Donna of anything, and if Donna is sus, they're really playing it because she doesn't get a ton of screen time compared to other much more suspect people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is the Lake of Tears supposed to be some sort of place that heals people? My money is somewhere near or under Colony House because everybody that spends a nightmare with a wound that heals faster. That's kind of interesting. I never thought about it. Maybe that's why Ethan healed faster than Christy. But I would think you'd have to be like in the water, right? I would think, but I don't know. But that's an interesting thought, Heather.
I'm just not sure that it's actually a place that heals people because
I just don't think it's literal.
I don't either because we're relying on a child's interpretation. Ethan's like 10 years old, right? And he thinks it's a literal lake. And maybe it's something a little different.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have any more you want to pull? Some of them are sort of stuff we talked about, so I was just kind of looking to see.
We can talk about. How about?
I think I'm.
I mean, B is still. Yeah, highly suspect that the totem didn't kill them permanently. Pull out that stake, and it might just stand back up. Yeah,
it might.
Our people don't have a look. I think B, you're basing that on the fact that they thought they killed Smiley with the bile bullet, and he just was born again.
Yeah.
Right.
Scarlett had also said that Sophia is pretty sinister. I think her just being in the hall makes people fight that chaotic influence. I definitely think there's something. Yeah. I don't know if it's totally forcing them to fight or, like I said, just kind of putting them in like a mood that makes them want to fight. There's something.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think we got just about everything that was.
I think we did.
I mean, not all of it. We didn't get to everybody's comment, but we got most of them.
All
right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Now, next Monday, I was going to say, as long as AJ's okay with the day, I figured since it was our normal From show on Monday, I thought maybe we could do the party then. I know that Karen, unfortunately, is not going to be there, but no matter when we do it, you're not going to be there. So, are you good with that? I mean, I'll put it, people, make sure you join your Discord and we'll put the schedule up, but next Monday to do the party. I was thinking
trivia party.
Where have you been? The party with the trivia about us for the 1 million views and the 2,000 followers and everything. We're going to do some kind of party.
We mentioned that months ago, and this is the first I'm hearing about it again.
Well, we've been saying we're going to do it the week From's off. Maybe I've been saying it in the other channel, but Karen knew it.
Maybe
so I don't.
Saying it maybe you said it last week when I wasn't here.
Oh, I might have. Yeah, I was thinking on Monday since we have.
You
our
have Mondays reserved.
Not for nothing. Without Karen, isn't kind of pointless.
Right.
I kind of agree with you. I just figured having it the day we
mean,
made sense because
I
there's
mean,
no from.
it's a party for it's all three of us.
Why
All
would
right,
anyone?
how about this? Why don't we do some kind of from trivia party then that day or something? Because there's no from that week. I feel like we could do something. But yeah, now that the more I think about it, you're kind of right. Like we can talk about her, but it's not.
All right, we can take this offline and decide what
Yeah.
happened on Monday.
Please make sure you join our Discord though. So if you're not a member, so you will hear our schedule and everything else. Don't forget that we have Elizabeth Saunders, who plays Donna, coming on June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can check out all our other interviews by going to either scifivision.com or our live or video tab. There is a playlist with all our from content. We'll decide, what we're going to do next week. We'll probably do something for, somewhat from related, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Until then, we will hopefully see you guys Thursday at 9:30. We have the watch party for Widows Bay, and 11 o'clock Eastern is the live. And then, yeah, we start. Well, we don't have watch party next week because From isn't on next week, for anybody who doesn't know that.
Oh, and one more thing, send Jamie and AJ your questions for young Vigo, I forget his last name, who plays young Jade. Your interview is recorded, but people can send you questions, right?
Yeah, will be Wednesday night. So yeah, drop them in the
Discord.
Make questions part of the From Discord channel, and we will get them. And there's some other From stuff coming up too, so just please join our Discord and check it out. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. Hype videos, I would suggest it's probably better to hype the deep dive from yesterday because it's got more views, and you can't hype this yet anyway. You gotta wait a couple hours. So yeah, but any hypes are honestly appreciated, so it's all good. Maybe we'll see. We'll do something. We'll definitely do something next week since we don't have From. We'll figure out something going on. All right, guys. Well, yeah, Scarlett can dress up like you and come to the party.
Get yourself a nice curly wig and
Yep. I do think that probably all four of us should be there. That might be better.
all right.
Well,
All right.
thank you,
I'm
everybody.
not ready to fly. I gotta jump and
Yep.
do a few things yet.
Yes, have a good trip, and we will see you
Thanks.
guys. I will see you guys Thursday anyway. And have a good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.